Yeah,
Everything's
Hey, look at
could
the
be.
bright side. At least it's not a screaming murder like last time.
Yeah, it's just weird though that like I don't know, whatever. It's always weird when like one program the internet doesn't work on, but all your other internet works. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, so we were talking about are we going in geared up?
Right. Well, I don't think we need to. Is Wagner staying in the van with Ajax?
I don't know.
So
I can bring my taser.
Come in.
I can
Yeah.
take
Oh,
it
true.
off.
Yeah, you do have a hand
I
taser.
found the pistol I want, by the way. Can I have it now, or do you want me to wait?
No, we'll wait, man. Well, I think
I'll
we have
just take
enough.
my 9mm.
We can pick it up in Boston.
I have my 2 Glocks on my side.
Yeah, or he's got his Glock. Fucking Bob's just got a double barrel tucked into his back pocket.
All right.
I have my Glock 9mm.
So, are we wearing
And my
any
knife.
FBI identification going in here?
Bob's not. Bob never does.
True.
He's not even technically FBI, so he shouldn't anyways. But
Yeah. But like, is anyone else going in wearing stuff, or are we sort of trying to blend in with the crowd?
I'd say we blend
Well,
in.
considering we have FBI badges, I'm not sure we could blend in unless we hide those.
I mean, you can always put it in your pocket or something.
Yeah, let's-
I was gonna say pocket, wallet.
Well,
has
yeah,
some
and also
too.
like throw the bulletproof vest on underneath of your clothes, not over it. Be like Bob.
Or
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna be like, Dad.
You hurt my kid.
Have him
Alright.
saying that.
So we're going in. We're going in more covert.
As
Yes.
covert as a couple of giant men and a couple of people.
Yeah, who
following
all
a
seem
giant
too
man can
old
be.
to be going to listen to rap and punk music.
Yeah, sir, you look like you're 60. Fuck off!
Are you saying I can't drink?
Saying I can't hold my liquor, I'll hold your mom while I'm doing it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
All right, so
Dude.
there is a bit of a bouncer here. When I say a bit of a bouncer, I just mean like he doesn't look like, some sort of intense bouncer guy. He just looks like the kind of guy that just sort of checks your ID before you get in,
And make sure you're not fucking smashed off your ass before you try and get in.
Yeah,
does he-
exactly.
Does he have the earpiece?
No, like this is just like a guy who's just like a little tucked in shirt and he's just like, "Oh, you can come through type of deal."
Should I just flash my FBI badge?
No,
So is Ajax just like in the?
He doesn't need to see that. He just needs to see our IDs to make sure we're old enough to drink, which we all are. So.
Yeah.
Can we ask Ajax to like launch his drone to like survey the area in case?
Ajax, look for heat signatures, and see if there's an EM field that's killing everything. There's literally electricity in the building. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Ajax, are you gonna try and drone around?
Request denied.
Oh my God, that was terrifying. First off,
No one cared who I was.
Darth Vader yelling from the inside of a toilet.
Wow.
Not quite the effect I was going for. I was actually trying to make it so it would be like a small microphone in his ear, but
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get
I
it.
mean,
I
yeah,
see.
no, it sounded like that.
Okay.
no, obviously it didn't because it sounded like Hardy from doing his Bane impression and also Darth Vader in a toilet. So as interesting as a mental image that forms,
I'm guessing that's a no, right?
the answer is no. It's a
Okay.
giant night. It's a busy nightclub in the middle of a district like this, so it's not going to be like, oh, there's something suspicious. No, it's like, what's normal?
I mean, you
It's
could
true.
you could
He's
fly
got-
your
Like,
drone.
are there people on the roof with guns?
Oh, okay. You could just do like fly over the roof and sort of do a thermal and.
All right, who's ready to see some air conditioners and vents? Ooh.
All right, Zelphus, give me a little roll here. No, I'm just kidding.
Can we re-duct tape the UV light to the drone?
Okay, you want the UV light on the drone? I thought it was
Have
super
him
glued.
go-
Yeah, super
No,
No,
well,
it's
I don't know.
taped.
Is it super glued?
cool. Yeah,
No,
it
it's
was-
taped.
I just love how Orgum. Yes, it is.
Okay, well that
No,
means you're
it
not
was-
super glue anymore, bitch.
that's fine.
The super glue is finally done. Bob can stop worrying about having to clean it out of the man.
Yeah. And Ajax lost his Pandora's box. Either
I
way,
don't remember the joke of the Pandora's box. Can you remind me?
It was he rolled to search and he got a crit so he could pull an item out of his ass later, but then we got rid of that van.
yeah.
Okay, I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is flying over the roof. Like, how high are you going over the roof? What are you looking for?
That's why I wanted the UV light on there. Look for the green dot.
Okay, you're looking for some
Oh,
green
gee, you can
dots.
see all the jizz stains from the couples up there.
Jesus Christ.
There
that's
are a
awesome.
couple, let's say like 4 people dancing on the roof. They're a little bit drunk, and when I say dancing, I mean like, you can hear music going doom 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 doom, like barely from outside the building, but they seem to have like a radio as well on top.
Radio on a fucking roof? What the fuck?
Or they just have like a speaker piping in from below or something.
Something, yep. Well, as you guys are entering the building, why don't you go ahead and give me a search roll? You're sort of pushing through a crowd of people, presumably.
Oh, Bob! Did you fall on your fucking head again? Are you looking
Wow.
for trash cans outside? God damn it!
Okay, no, I do
My
want to.
signal, though.
I do want to say because
Hey, quick, Bob, roll for sand while you're at it.
the thing is, search is all of your senses, right? Bob just walked into a noisy, loud
Bob just walked into
nightclub.
a pole.
Dude, you just walked into all this rap music and your brain just shut off. Which is actually, it's funny because you're actually the only person to understand the rap music when we first listened to it. You're the only guy that go, yeah, there's a message here.
I only fell by 2.
Okay.
Just fucking Bob.
But Agent Rudy and
I
Wagner.
passed.
Yeah, okay.
Well, fuck it. I guess Bob's just gonna go to the bar in the meantime. Have fun.
So,
looking at these
yeah, so you're heading over to the bar. We're doing a little bit of a flyby. I just want to check, like, are we going low? Are we going high? Because, again, there's people dancing on the roof. A little bit drunk.
He just runs into one of them. You just hear, "Give me that back, you shits!"
Yeah. No, I just want to know Ajax is playing here.
I'm going to monitor the video they have coming in. I'm going to turn the audio way down,
Okay, fair.
and I'm going to enjoy a cup of coffee.
Okay, but how high is your drone, specifically?
It's returning to the van after seeing the couple of drunks on the roof going doo, 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 doo.
Okay.
Because
Well,
there's nothing to see here.
yeah. So here's the
Why
thing.
waste it?
We, unfortunately, so you're pushing through. Bob is heading towards the bar. Everyone else is sort of keeping their eyes peeled, looking for stuff. But you're brushing up against people, and people aren't so much dancing as they're just little bits of
Undulating.
shuffling around. Yeah, because it's just rap music. It's not really something
You don't dance to rap music, yeah.
You
Don't
dance
say
so
something
much.
you don't dance to. I'm going to get people angry in the chat stream.
Oh no, I've seen some pretty cool people dance around, but I mean, like, realistically, in a club setting, you're probably not dancing to rap music. You know what I mean? It's more of a
Oh, Bard, don't
Moshing.
worry. The van is locked. And I actually have- I
yeah.
have my
After
gun
last
ready
time,
this
yeah.
Well, also we're in the middle of a city now, so somebody be like, "Oh, look, a brand new van."
Oh, look,
true.
a brand new revolver. Oh, wait, that one's pointed at me. Oh, shit.
Anyway,
What
so
about
Just
the
break the
other
window.
gun?
Oh.
so to the people,
Think
sorry,
again.
Wagner and Rudy, who did pass their search rolls, you hear a pop. It's almost like a pop.
Oh, you're a pop. It's almost like a pop.
No, but
Gee, Bill.
I know. I was just trying to I trying to describe it better, and then my brain just used pop again because it was like that's probably the best way to describe it.
Hey, Bill, your mom lets you have 2 pops?
Yeah. Wow, you heard a pop and a pop. No, there's only one pop.
Damn, son.
Did we hear
where
a
did you
pop
find
and a
this?
soda?
No, no soda.
Coke. It looks diet.
Either way, the rapper also stops singing at this point,
Aw.
and
Uh-oh.
people start to scream a little bit.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh, hey, it's just like any nightclub back east.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, you can't really get near the body or see the body too well as he's laying down now. But people are starting to panic and push and run towards the exits. So this is the time we're going to go ahead and reveal off. Here's our nightclub, ladies and gentlemen.
That nightclub, if I say so myself, is quite shit.
Fuck you, man. I had to draw that in paint.
That looked like the toilet on top of a moving box.
That's why I said it was quite
No, there's a
shit.
toilet on a USB port.
That's why I said it was
Wow.
quite shit, because it looks like a toilet.
Well, fuck you
No,
guys.
somebody.
Hey,
One of those,
Right,
Illustrated that.
see right here? That's Darth Vader yelling up out of it.
it's
now
one of those-
he uses the force to tell us who drew this.
It's the training potty things for like friggin' 2-year-olds, you know? So they can sit like in the living
Yeah,
room, which
yeah.
is fucking disgusting, and you know, there you go.
All right. So back here is the parking lot, presumably where the vans are. It's a V, by the way. This is a back alley right here. And then, you know, washrooms, stage, backstage, area of backstage, people dancing. Of course, everyone's running out now.
Okay, so do we go loud? I don't know.
No.
Let's go loud, boys.
Putting on the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you go loud first
These
off?
people are starting to fucking run out and.
So who are
scream
we're
their
just
asses
unloading into these people, or what?
off.
Sorry.
That's
what I'm
why
asking.
we don't make Herpy the team leader.
Yeah, what?
No
you should
kidding.
make me the team leader. I'm pretty sure I'm incapacitated like all the time.
Yeah. I mean, Wagner served in Afghanistan. He's just triggered, dude.
I'm always triggered. 24/7. 10 out of 10.
So, can we have Ajax
Sedated.
like surveillance
Fuck you,
area
Dad.
for the
So you're having Ajax secure the area?
survey the area?
Surveying the area for hostiles.
Yeah, so you're looking for people running out of the nightclub and like
No,
watching.
like anything
back
trying
in
to
there.
expand. Anything out of the ordinary, like something running away from the scene of the crime. So,
Well, I'd be forcing my way to find the body. Be the first thing I'd be doing.
Oh, so
Okay.
there was a pop and someone died? Or someone
Mhm.
collapsed?
For
Yeah,
fuck's
the
sake,
rapper
it's two
collapsed.
shots.
No, it was only one shot.
Oh, sorry, the shot and the reverb. Echo.
if,
It's
this,
always bouncing off the walls.
if there was a trained assassin, then they would not run away. They would just casually walk away.
So you
Look
would
for
like.
a bald man with
No,
a
he would be
tattooed
running away
barcode.
because everyone else is running away.
No,
Thank
just
you,
a
Zelda.
band-aid on the back of his head.
Yeah. So what do you want Ajax doing?
To see anyone suspicious that's not running away from the scene of the crime.
I'm sorry. There's about 80 people running out of the club screaming at the top of their lungs, scattering all directions.
Look for
This
the one
looks
that's just walking
suspicious.
along the wall towards the cars.
Yeah.
Who's walking?
Sure.
Yeah, just walking, not running.
Let's get a spot hidden roll.
Oh, sure, if you want, yeah.
Yep. Don't see anything. Looks like a bunch of people screaming around running.
Okay, yeah, people are just rushing out. You guys are making your way. Agent Rudy, being the first person to say so, makes his way to the stage. We are looking at ventilation number 2.
Oh,
You're looking
God.
at a black male, about 36 years old. And
Space sausage. This time it's personal.
And yes, we're dealing with a the exact same sort of wound as before. Point blank shot. Looked like it sort of went through the guy's chin more so than his mouth, like the last one. But yeah, little bits of burning. Not so much in the way of brain and skull shattered everywhere.
Bob's not out there dealing with this. Bob's in the friggin' bathroom. He doesn't know what the fuck you're all talking about.
All right, Bob's in the bathroom. Sure.
So no
Well,
We're
burn.
presuming he took we're presuming he took the earbuds out to take a dump.
Yep.
Well, I mean, no, he's like vomiting in the bathroom, probably because his bar has nasty alcohol. It's cheap.
Okay.
I don't remember you failing a constitution roll.
No.
He failed a 100 on a search. He probably grabbed the cheapest tequila he could find.
Yeah. Bob's
This one's
quite
missing a label. Does that mean it's discounted?
There's a scorpion in this one.
Oh God.
Cost cutting.
There's a snake in my boot.
Oh dear.
There's a snake in my whiskey. Wait.
All right. So what is the plan, boys?
So his head is shattered, not in no burn marks anywhere.
No, this is burn marks. It's not. His head's not shattered. It's just like the last one.
He's ventilated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like if you fire a gun point blank at someone, their head will explode essentially outwards. But
well, no, that depends what kind of round it is.
point blank, it will.
Oh yeah, because of the muzzle blast.
Yeah. But the thing is, this doesn't have that. It's just sort of like a hole. You'll actually also notice anyone. Well, okay, we're in a nightclub. I think it would be fair to do a search roll for this. Anyone standing near the body. So it's Agent Rudy, Agent Connors, maybe Wagner at this point.
Okay.
Night. Oh, that's D20. Oh, you got my hopes up there, Rudy.
Me too.
Oh,
No,
damn.
got it anyways.
All right, so anyone that passes, the air smells like
Like
Get
Bob
it.
in the back.
no, but
We
there's
get it,
almost
rapper. You vape.
yeah, there's almost like a smell of like an ozone or an odd sort of burny odor, but mostly like an ozone type of smell.
Hmm.
Too bad I don't have my UV light.
Okay, I thought your UV light was on the drone.
Yeah, it is. That's why I say too bad I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Just could have told me to get another one if you wanted to, but nope.
Yeah, that's true.
We really have a UV light.
Why the fuck is my email taking 1,000 megabytes of my memory right now?
Because it's Chrome.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's in total. Never mind. Well,
What's up, Rudy?
I don't
Is
remember.
now really the best time for that, Herpy?
Do you have
What?
a UV light, really?
I
I would not have one.
Does anyone
you
else have?
probably make yourself a pretty big target if.
Does Wagner have forensics?
Uh,
Let me try and
thing.
squint at this paper. You do not know.
fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
And I don't suppose Bob is crazy enough to have a UV light for cleaning purposes.
I
Well, I
think
mean,
he
I
would.
might have one out in the van.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Maybe
does
not
almost
long
seem like
yet.
a you thing. Yeah. Well, it's either that or we could have the drone fly in. I guess.
And get the drone flying in.
Okay. So are you guys leaving, coming back with the UV light?
Well, I'd be trying
What?
to find any other thing around the body to see if something's broke or melted through, like the last building where we're at.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you did make a very good search check, so I'll just give it to you. You do manage to find, granted this is a bitch because, again, it's dark. Well, it's darker, you know what I mean? But there
It
is,
certainly is.
yeah, if you were to follow the shot, there is again, discoloration and an imprint on the ceiling a bit. However, this one you can both hear and sort of see the ceiling sizzling slightly.
The ceiling.
Yeah.
It's a roof access.
Can I take my flashlight that I'd be having on my gun? Can I
Yes.
point it up and see?
Oh, so he's whipping out his gun now. Okay.
So imagine if you just had like a. That's a good way of putting this. Say we had like styrofoam or something, and you dropped a little bit of acid on it. You know how it would like, yeah, but it's doing that into the ceiling essentially.
Hmm.
So can I make myself up to the roof? Is there like a
Into,
staircase?
yeah. Sorry. What did you say there, Origami?
Is there like a staircase to go to the roof?
Not to the roof, but there's one leading out to the back.
Uh,
Yeah, because essentially on the stage, do you see the red line? That's like a curtain.
mm.
Mhm.
So then I go to the back of the stage and try to see if there's a ladder going to the roof. I guess.
Okay. So you head back, and normally what you would have to do is you come out and then you'd go around like this, right, to get outside. However, right here, there is a very precise, again, it looks like a, welding, well, not a welding torch. What's the correct term borrowed, sorry?
Plasma cutter.
Thank you. A plasma cutter cut a square opening.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh god, the space sausage is evolving.
Yeah. It's about a foot by foot opening.
And there's no
A
way
foot by foot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
it's too small for me to go in.
Is it? How's it? Hmm.
Well,
I
guess
think we should radio Ajax and have him drone it.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, it just
Any
leads
problem with that,
outside.
we just radio Ajax.
Just
Yeah, it just leads straight outside.
that
Alright.
run then.
So can I go to the back of the place?
Sorry.
Going to the back of the stage, yeah?
No, not the back of the stage, back of the actual
Oh, like behind the building?
behind the building.
Yep, okay, so you pop out there. The people on the roof are still on the roof, but they've stopped dancing now, and they're kind of, peering off the roof, and they see you, and, they look confused, obviously, because everyone just ran. The one guy's like, what happened in there? Everything okay?
What happened?
DJ's killing it, man.
I tell them to get off the roof and call the police. No,
Fucking run!
just tell them to run.
Maybe.
Just tell them to run. Oh, great FBI procedure. Just fucking run.
Run! Fire's gun into the air.
Perhaps we should ask them if they've seen anything before we tell them to
Oh, yeah.
disappear.
Yeah, basically that.
Okay,
What
you
I
ask
don't
them.
get,
Yeah,
why World of Tanks Blitz is on desktop.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
It's the mobile version of World of Tanks.
Sounds
yeah,
pretty
we
shitty.
don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
All right. So the guy's like, "No, I didn't say anything," and the girl says, "Well, tell him about the thing." He's like, "No, you're just drunk, you know."
I just where it is. If it's important, just tell me.
Well, obviously he doesn't think it's important. She's like, "Well, I was standing over here near the roof, and I almost heard like a cutting, like a sparky noise, and like a clang of metal, like 10 minutes ago."
Minutes ago. Thanks. I tell them to get off the roof and to make a way to safety.
Okay, so they're heading off the roof now, presumably calling the police because you asked them to.
So I make way to the back of the building. Pull out my Glock.
Okay.
What do I see?
Like, are you heading on the roof, or are you just out back still?
I'm still in the back.
Well, I'll climb the roof then.
Well, you can see the other side of the hole. So that's something. But aside from that, you don't really see anything. Rudy's on the roof again. You don't see anything. No.
Oh my god, I just texted my, friend, right? He's good, yeah, and then he just texts back YA and then VOL. And Yawol? Yavol.
Yeah. No, he's doing it.
So whether I go back or really wherever it is, it's gone.
Man, Ajax is not leaving that van, huh?
This is my man cave.
Oh god. So what's our plan here? We're gonna check the body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You wanna help me find a body?
Alright. So
doesn't have to be in one piece.
Yeah, you got me there.
on our body, this is Lester Foster. He's got a set of keys. Sort of his wallet, identification, stuff like that. And a like a parking pass, like what you'd stick on your car, which has an address for an apartment nearby on it.
Mm. He doesn't have like a small office or setup in this place.
No, it just seems like he just comes here to do a show every once in a while. His apartment's right over here. Oh god, that's an awful color. Let's try and find something better. There we go. His apartment's over here.
So we
I
should
guess
leave the,
we'll just start walking. Yeah, drive the vans there.
let the police handle this side business.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it and be like, fuck the police. They can figure.
Oh, I'd say let's
Get
leave.
out of here.
Yeah. All
I
right.
would say let's two of us go. Then Bob is sleeping. Saying let me go down and check the apartment out.
Okay. So
Well-
we're letting Bob sleep in the van.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably not, but he just drank some bad shit, so might as well.
Just drink some bad shit.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys had an air mattress in the back of the van.
That's Bob. Bob is always prepared to sleep. He's an alcoholic.
That's true, yeah. All right, so who's going then?
I will. I'll go to the apartment.
I'll also go to the apartment.
Well, we need one person back and
Thanks
talk to the
to getting
police.
good technology, I don't have to get out of the van.
Any wonder?
Fucking
people are
nerd
afraid
boy.
of technology. Technology.
Okay, so it's just Connors and Rudy?
Yeah.
Wagner could try to talk to the police because he is
I have
FBI.
bureaucracy. That's true. But I don't have charisma. Or does bureaucracy be interchangeable for charisma?
But borrowed, we already tried.
Well, it's
There
more
was
like a
bunch of
persuade
spots.
or charm or something. But bureaucracy is about like sort of talking with corporations and that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right, so here's our apartment. He's on the second floor. This is the layout. He is in the middle room. This is his room here.
Can we get Nerd Boy to get a warrant before we just kick in the door, or me pick through it so we get her covered?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you guys can definitely get a warrant, yep.
Ruffle,
What?
can I get a copy of like a blank page for a warrant?
Like, can you illegally acquire one? Yeah.
All right, I'd like to do that.
Okay. So
Because this way I can just print them up on site instead of having to go through the hassle of getting one from
go through the
actual
FBI. Yeah, okay, you do. Basically, you can just.
Just get a copy of Fred's signature. and
That's
put on
exactly it. Yeah, yeah. You've got like a Fred Rodart blank check for warrants,
Oh my God.
essentially.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is
the-
not
You're just
good.
copy pasting his signature onto there with
Yeah.
a fucking like printer.
Dubiously legal, but all right. So you come up. Either there's a little elevator. It's only a 3-floor building, but it's also got a basement level, and it's got a staircase. So it doesn't matter which one you take. You arrive on the second floor. You go down to his apartment, and are we knocking or?
Yes, we'll basically knock FBI.
Okay.
I want to say
Perfect,
anything.
you're
I
really
just
letting me
not.
down here. This is where I expected you to chirp up with, I've got breaching charges, stand clear.
God.
We-
No, we have a sledgehammer for that shit. Sorry. I'm saving these for a
Are you
special occasion.
are you gonna go wake Bob up? He's the one with the sledgehammer.
That's true. He's asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep in the van. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and did you guys walk over there? Because if not, you have to walk all the way back to the bar to get the fucking van with Bob's ass in it.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yep.
Well, this is what happens when you roll 100. You're fucked. Bob had no reason to go look for the body. He was off. Alcohol sense is tingling.
No, we knock and wait a couple minutes just in case.
Okay. You don't hear
If
anything.
nothing up, then I want to lockpick it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a lockpick check.
Trying to find my numbers real quick.
I think it was like a 60 or
It's a
something.
40.
40.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Wait, it's a 40? I thought you had a 60.
So we kicked the door open.
Is it wrong? I think it's
My...
wrong.
Hang on.
No, I
Hang on,
got
where's my
60
sheet
on your
for you?
sheet, Rudy.
Yeah, my sheet for you's got 60.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But usually one of the character it's wrong.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you pick that. You've now swung open. It looks like a bit of a slob lives here. There's lots of, like, basketball jerseys on the ground. Lots of...
That's quite specific.
Well, yeah. Anyway, never you mind. But there's lots of CDs for all sorts of different artists, and he's got like a little home turntable, you know. done that.
Can I check the basketball jerseys for a kid size one?
Oh god.
Ooh. Oh, that got creepy fast.
Well, one of the
Yeah,
kids that
exactly.
we haven't found was wearing a basketball jersey.
Football jersey. But either way, I totally get what
No,
you're saying.
we found the jersey at the first place.
Did we?
Yeah.
I found it in the dumpster when I was looking for pizza.
Oh, never mind that.
Yeah,
That's right.
But no, I mean, that was definitely like, I knew exactly what you meant, Rudy. That was like a
Yeah.
fair thing to look for, yeah. Okay, you don't find anything like that. You don't really find anything in the jerseys, period. Although, one stack of jerseys, it's like, again, he has a lot, like just a shitload of these jerseys.
Small loan of 1,000,000 jerseys.
Yeah, they don't smell amazing either, but there's a bunch laying on top of like one of the couch seats, and as you sort of pick them off, there's a weird sort of, kind of looks like a CD player, but there's already another CD player in the room.
It's a cassette
These
player with
children is
another
what you-
demon DVD.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for, Farody.
Wait, what was that, Bark?
Bob just wakes up. It's another space sausage fucking thing. Goes back to bed.
Yeah, it's a cassette player, yeah, but it's also it's got a record player on top of it.
Well, I guess I'll be able to listen to it because I got the vision last time.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
that-
true. You did, yeah. So you're gonna play the record. Okay.
We'll play. We'll play it that way.
So it's Connor and Rudy in the room.
Welcome to Hootie and the Blowfish's all-time top 10 hits.
All right. Why don't you guys go ahead and give me sand rolls?
Oh, great.
Oh, and you know who else gets to make a sand roll?
Ajax.
Ajax.
For what reason?
Because you're
You wanna make a sand
listening,
roll?
man. You've
Oh,
got
the-
the.
I'm still listening. I thought I turned it off after we left the the stupid party.
You would have turned it up after you left the party.
I passed.
Why would
You
you?
want
turned
me to
it back.
sand roll? Raffle, did you want me to make a sand roll? Am I there?
Right.
Fine, whatever.
Are you
Rob,
there,
no,
You
Wagner?
have to be back there, Herpy.
Oh yeah, you did.
All right, I'm fine.
Or did
What's my stat
Wagner
at now?
did Wagner come with or what? What's the
No,
No,
you have to be back there
Wagner's-
to deal with the cops.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
who
what's my
passed?
current stat at? I don't
I
remember.
did.
Oh, I feel like Rudy did not.
No, I
Pass fine.
passed, but
You got
Oh my
minus 12 to your current sand, is what you're at. So.
well, I got 18, so I win.
Okay. And then I think Connors might be cutting it close.
Yep.
Let me check.
But
You had how much?
40,
You had
43.
50 sand going into this, and you're at minus.
7.
Oh yeah, only minus
Minus
7.
7.
Yeah, so you're fine. Yep. Okay. So you all just take 1 point of sand. Nothing major, but it's really uneasy. In fact, this music doesn't sound like. You want to say it's classical music.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, but it's not. It's almost like operatic, but as if the voice was sort of drowned out by the clicking and the rotating of the disc. Like it's almost like extremely quiet, but all the other instruments are loud. It's just there's this sort of audio that you just cannot pick, like it's like someone singing in the background. Like you know what I mean?
Can Ajax the temper with the audio settings? I mean,
It's a
Guys, I know this is old technology, but there's a big dial. You have to turn it to the right to turn up the volume. There's no buttons.
Well, I mean, it's already loud enough to. I mean, if you were standing with your ear pressed against the door, you would hear it. So the question is, do we want to keep turning it up?
Well,
Not
are you
really.
just, like,
Yo,
have him
question
try and
mark?
clean up the audio to get rid of the hissing and popping?
yeah.
Yeah, Ajax could probably do that. Yeah, if you want to record it and do that. Like
Oh
record it
yeah,
onto
let's
your
record
computer.
space sausages.
All right, it's all the shit's been unfucked. It works.
Okay, so are you playing it back in the van? Like, how are you?
Nope, playing it to them. I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm just piping it straight back to them. All the best beats with less the shit.
Why the fuck would you do that though? Like, aside from you being like a metagaming asshole, why would you do that?
Why, all right, fine. I'll record onto a disc. I'll listen to it later.
No, okay, like, sorry.
All right, all right.
No, 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 no,
I'll
no,
hear
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I just
Nope,
want
it's
to.
come play Go with Bob.
Like,
Come play Go.
Just the tech guy's like, you know what? Fuck this. It's time to play with the old drunk. Let's have some
Well,
fun.
Bob's been asking to try and open his phone's fucking solitaire for like 5 minutes. You're not answering.
I knew there was something wrong with the comms. I had them off. All right, no, but in all honesty, what's up, Raffle?
okay, I'm just saying, like, I don't
He wants you
care.
to lose more sand.
No, that's. I'm just saying, I don't care what you do, right? But I want to know why you do it.
All right, I'll explain.
So
After
now,
fixing up the audio, I've already run it through the filters. I've run it back through, and I'm piping it back to the team at their request. Now, if I was a meticulous person or in a meticulous state of mind, I would be listening in. But since I'm
wouldn't you
currently
like
not,
as you're like? But that's what I mean. How do you even know the audio is clean if you're not listening to it? You're just pushing it in the
If I was-
computer and hitting. Okay, that's probably
honestly,
fixed.
yes, in a normal situation, I
No.
would agree that I would be listening in.
Yeah, I was gonna say
If
like.
I was being lazy and just running it through an automated program,
Okay. So
But-
Ajax is just lazy all of a sudden?
He's got you.
no, Zelphus is being lazy, but that's all right. Let's make
No,
it so
it's-
that Ajax listens to
No,
it.
no,
What do we hear?
But it's okay. I just is that the
For
kind of
fuck's sake, Raffle! I feel lazy for the fucking moment. Instead of going in and going, yes, let's clean up all the code. No, remove that. Go to that.
But that's exactly what you're doing. You're doing the audio. It's like fine, man. I just
All right, I
I'm just
got it. Can we progress?
I don't know. It's confusing to me personally. Either way, so we're just pumping it back over to Rudy and Connors. Rudy and Connors, I'm gonna need. Take your pick here. No, give me a POW times 5. We'll do it that way. So whatever your power
POW
is
times
times 5.
It's 50.
It's 50. Okay,
Mhm.
so 50 or under, boys.
Ooh, I passed.
Okay, Connors makes it, and Agent Rudy.
Oh, I have to roll too?
Yeah, what's your POW times 5? I think it's just 50 as well.
Think so, yeah. Let me get back to my website. God damn it.
Yeah, it's 50.
I
Okay.
barely thought.
Okay, so that's fine. So you're alright, Connors, you take another point of sand damage. However, like you don't need to make a sand roll for that, it's just 1 point. But you are sort of transported for the 30 seconds that you're hearing this track, and you're almost, you're looking through the eyes of another person, it feels like. Almost like you're having like a dream. And
Whoa, trippy dude.
yeah, and essentially you're having in this span of 30 seconds sort of 10 quick flashes. One, you're seeing someone you recognize, Alan Welsh, saying, you know, like sort of starting the scream, and then he gets sort of shot, right? Then the next one you're having our good friend, sorry, Lester Foster, the rapper who just died, and he's dying. And then you see another person who you do not recognize dying. Again, same thing. It's just up close, and it's almost like you're running at them, and then you're shooting them, but through almost like your mouth, where it would be in the vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like any FPS ever.
Yeah.
Your mouth.
Exactly. Yep. So, and then you're popping back. Huh.
Well, since I've had the vision, I would ask him what he
Oh,
saw
no.
because you just kind of stare
Yeah,
out.
true. Yeah, because you had the other vision. Yeah.
So I would ask,
Connors.
do you have a vision from this music? I had one last time.
Yeah, I had visions like if I was running towards them and shooting them. Do we have like a sketch artist so we could like
Oh, a sketch artist. Yeah, you could probably get your hands on one. Huh. I don't know a way we could do that without going to the local precinct.
What would that even be under?
I don't know. That's kind of a forensics-y thing, right? But it's also an art thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get Origami to do it. Make him roll a thing in real life. I don't fucking know.
Oh god.
Well,
Not that,
do you think Connors is a bit of an artist?
let me check. She has nothing in art.
Got him.
Oh, that's true, yeah. There's an art skill. Oh, shit. You used all your 20%, right?
No, I still have like I think like 1 or 2 more. I have 1 left, and that's 20. I don't think I'll cut it.
That's your, I mean, that's your call if you want to put that in art and see what happens.
If he rolls sub 20, you want to say he put it in art, and if he fails, he didn't?
Okay, do you want to do it that way, Origami?
Sure.
See,
Yeah,
like, if you
let's-
make it, you can have it, and if not,
If not, then he didn't waste the point.
yeah. Go for it, bud. 89, yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. So, she tries to draw something, but it looks like shit.
You drew.
It looks like a shit.
Yeah.
You missed a potato.
You drew a pancake and a latte.
Almost
What are you
looks
trying to
like almost looks like a space sausage.
Stop.
Wow.
do? Bob's PTSD kicks up even though he's asleep.
Yeah.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I just look out the front, just happenstance looking out the front of the van. I just see the other van rocking from side to side.
You just hear fucking sausages.
Guys, I gotta medicate Bob again.
It's like Nom all over again. You weren't even in
Just give
Nom,
him a
Bob.
beer.
Shut up!
Just give him a bear. He'll be fine.
So does anyone here? No, the only person here that would know anything about a record player would be Bob, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's unfortunate.
Give Bob a German shout to wake him
Can
up.
I have Ajax kick him? Go. We need you inside the building.
Yeah, if you want.
Does Ajax have the keys to both
Junior.
hands?
Honestly,
I'm-
no. I can wake him up in a much better fashion. I'm going to dial up my transmit volume and wirelessly dial up his receive volume, and I'm going to scream in his ear.
Boy,
Oh,
what?
damn it.
Wow. That's
You're a
so-
fucking dick.
Yes, I
awesome.
am.
Do
And
it.
it fits with my
Actually, it showed.
character.
Well, it doesn't fit with your character. You and Bob are buddies now.
Oh, right, I
man.
forgot to mention that. You're one of my bonds now, bitch.
No, that doesn't mean you have to like Bob, but Bob
James
now
Bond, James
draws
Bond.
emotional support from you.
I'm still
Because
gonna do it.
He's nuked his some other emotional support, so he won't be quite so
Rudy's
shit.
mom's sister.
You're gonna do it?
No, I'm just gonna yell like, "Wake up, Bob!"
Wake up, Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, alright. So
Oh, no,
Bob,
if I want to do something cliche and from a movie, I'd do the Mr. Anderson one. Welcome back. We've missed you. Anyhow, wake his ass up.
okay, so you're awake, Bob.
I break his fucking drone for waking me up.
Wow.
Well, that's a pretty mean feat considering it's not with you.
Yeah, but like
So,
you put
that's
the
like your
drone
dream
and
that you
UV
wake
light.
up-
You handed me the drone with the UV light
I
outside of
handed
the
you
car.
the UV light with the duct tape still on. I didn't say the drone was attached to it.
It was super glued to the drone. How'd
It
you
was
get
super
off?
glued to the
No, it
drone.
was duct taped.
Origami
No,
said it
or
was
probably
super
said it
glued.
was super glued, yeah.
But when he
There,
left, this one,
retroactive
he used duct
strength
tape.
check. Raffle, does it work?
Ajax doesn't have strength.
Doesn't matter. Still check it. Does 47 count?
Ajax
If
doesn't
not,
have any
then-
strength, man. Well, actually, let me check your strength. Hang on. I feel like it's shit.
Oh, I wasn't rolling for strength. I was
If
rolling for
it-
an arm.
No,
doesn't.
it actually doesn't though. You only got 40 for strength, dude.
All right, he's got the drone. He just broke it. Good job.
There goes
job,
the
Bat.
drone.
I woke up an angry drunk man who's in pain because of bad tequila.
And
He's
what's
not
even-
happy.
What's even more amazing is that he took it out on the drone and not the earpiece in his ear that woke him up.
Well,
So
I mean, he
instead
needs
of
that.
breaking the thing that's like $135, if
Yeah.
he
I
breaks
broke the $5,000
$100
drone and the $200
Yes.
UV light.
Which is unfortunate
Well done.
because we never checked the bar to see if there was any drops.
See, I friggin' told Rudy that we Well, they should have checked the bar when Bob was asleep.
No,
He said that
but
he
Ajax
did.
had the drone.
And apparently I gave the whole drone to Bob. I thought I gave him just the light.
Yeah, but Bob.
You walked over and like communed with the toilet for a while.
Yeah, but that wasn't. You guys never
Yeah, because
said
he
you
said
were.
rolls down the window, hands over the UV light with duct tape.
Yeah.
And then Borrowed said sticks UV light duct
Yeah,
tape.
there was
with
never
duct
any
tape.
use of it in the bar.
We did the roof, but you said there's sperm and all that all over from all the miscellaneous sex
No,
up
Zelphus said
I didn't
that.
say
Rob didn't
anything about that. Yeah, and Zelphus never even flew the drone down. I kept asking, "How high are you flying the drone?" And he was like, "I'm not doing it because there's just people. I don't give a shit." And I was like, "Okay, well, how high are you flying the drone?" I'm not. I'm just looking. I'm like, "Okay."
In
So-
fairness, I didn't take the hint. I didn't realize there was a hint there, so I'm very sorry.
There
folks.
doesn't have to be a hint, dude. It's like I was just asking a simple question. How high is the drone?
All right, let's recap. Last time they took my drone, they duct taped, super glued something to it, and flew it through the vents, which I'm not sure it would even fit into realistically.
It did. It did fit.
We rolled for you. Your drone fit, and you flew it expertly through all those vents, and somehow didn't smash through.
And it
them.
was
They
really
fly
important
like
because
3 stories.
we found a really big clue with that. So,
Yeah, we found space sausage blood through the vents.
and we found that they were using plasma cutters to get the drone in, and we were like, "What the fuck? This is like a 3-man job." Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
But Zelphus was not there for that.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Oh well, I broke one drone. He wanted to get a new one anyways because this one's covered in garbage.
This is true.
It
Well,
certainly
being the nice
is.
guy I am, I will pitch in for his new
Besides, Bob
fancier
still
one.
has his UV light somewhere in the van, assuming his drunk ass can find it.
I do need to remind you guys. You have to tell Agent Rodart that you broke the drone because you were angry at it.
Or we can just say that
Why?
it crapped out and
Just
fell
why?
in the city. on
It
the concrete.
really broke. It really-
Wouldn't be the first time the FBI's lied about something.
Well,
So
exactly.
we'll
If it
lie to
falls
him.
from a few stories in the air and smashes onto asphalt, I think that'd be about the same as Bob punching it.
Well, I don't know, man. We'll find out.
Roll for bureaucracy. Shit.
All right.
So who's
No
gonna
charming
get
your
Bob
way out of
there
this one.
though? Because like, is Bob still too hammered to drive, or is he gonna try and roll for drive on the van?
Well, you only had a drink, right?
I mean, you're only walking 2 blocks, if that, a block and a half.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they want Bob to walk there. It's gonna take a while.
Well,
Well,
Ajax would
one,
drive
you
from
only
there.
had a drink, so you
It was a drink of disgusting tequila that sent Bob directly to the bathroom.
Ajax could drop him there.
They
Actually-
roofied Bob.
I was about to say that was going to be my suggestion. Why don't we just have him hop in and I'll drive him over there and drop him off?
Okay.
Oh, I guess even drunk though, Bob does have a 50 in drive.
Oh, God.
You're assuming that Rafa won't make you take a penalty.
Oh, exactly. Like, yeah, take minus 40 for being drunk.
Well, I mean, what's
Oh,
happening
damn.
here? Is Ajax driving him?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Bob gets dropped off. This is the
He makes
wonderful scene. Okay. The wonderful scene. You don't even have drive. This is the wonderful scene where Bob comes up and Agent Rudy's like, Dad, we found some sort of old CD player. We need you to tell
I
us
don't know
about.
what a record player is, thank you.
I don't know if Agent Rudy would though.
Agent Rudy would.
Okay.
Behold this ancient artifact.
How
Yeah.
old is Ancient Rudy? Or is Agent Rudy?
I was born in '88, so I would know.
Holy shit! If you were born in '88, when was Bob born?
I don't know.
63. He would have been 25.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, damn! Bob is gonna die soon.
Bob is 53. He is too old to put up with this bullshit. That's why I just kicked in the door yesterday. I'm not knocking.
All right.
Hey, did
Danny
you break
Glover.
a
Bob
hip?
must be like fucking buff as fuck, man.
Bob is.
He has
boss as well.
17 strength. He's built like a shit brick house.
Yeah. He shits bricks in a house.
My granddad can beat up your granddad.
He, yeah.
Shits, bricks, and PTSD.
So we're looking at this record player.
Wait, question. We found this record player in the guy's house, right?
Yeah. in the
Underneath
apartment.
his 18 stinking jerseys,
Mhm.
apparently.
Yep.
What was your point there, Herbie?
No, just asking.
So can we search the rest of the apartment, see if anything's whacked or out of place?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
All right, so roll search on all that crap,
Yeah,
or just like we're actually okay.
yeah. Bob can give me a little search there.
Oh, I fucking failed.
Yeah, see, Bob is still drunk as fuck. Why'd you bring him here?
So is Bob looking at the record player?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he can be since he didn't see anything else in the rest of the apartment that interested him.
So, out of character, what do people know about record players? Do you know how they work?
Yeah, that,
I mean, I get the gist of it.
There right now, because he has like mechanics role, doesn't he?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, his office has micromechanics and all that garbage.
My
Like-
grandparents actually had one.
Yeah.
I don't know the inner workings, but I know how to turn one on and turn it off, and they can shift over to one side or the
But-
other.
Do you know what sort of drops down onto the record?
On, off, how to replace the needle, how to flip the
Yeah,
record.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
which
that's just
cables go
basic
where.
operation.
all right. So I'm just going to sort of talk us through it because we all kind of know, but this is actually an important point. So it's basically a needle, and it's going over these grooves that have been cut into the record.
Yeah,
much in-
essentially what CD players do, but instead of a laser, it's a needle.
Exactly, yes. Now, this is where Bob goes, what? The record is completely flat.
Yeah, kind of a problem there.
Yeah,
Just
except,
like your mother's chest, son.
except instead of a needle, where there would normally be a needle, there's almost like an odd little crystal.
Is it the Dark Crystal?
No, it's not, sorry. That'd be kind of cool, though. Jim Henson gets in here.
just a crystal.
Alright, so we have a crystal playing a perfectly flat, lest we have a microscope's record. So, Lucy, you got some Spainin to do.
That's a
You woke
reference
Bob
nobody
up, you
gets.
brought me in here, this thing is perfectly flat, it defies physics, what'd you do?
Yeah.
Like, I imagine that'd probably be something along Bob's line of questioning, like, what did you do?
Yeah, I just
We
turned
just
some
turned
Rudy.
it on. We turned it
You
on.
turned it on and then...
Connor television.
Now, Bob knows something, again, because he knows records that most people don't. Records, generally, boys and girls, only had one song on them, and then they had a B-side with one more song.
Yep.
Yep.
So I guess we flip it over and listen to the other side.
Well, I mean,
Oh, so it's
I
like a
imagine
small
Bob would
record.
ply them with the question of what the fuck was the first song about, lest we play the second one
Yeah,
for more
fair.
PTSD. So, what was the first song about there, Agent Connors? If you'll stop tweaking in the corner for a minute.
Come from Alabama with a banjo and motherfucking knee.
I don't know the song, but it was a not a vision, and
The song was a vision, or the song gave you a vision, or what are you
The song
talking
gave
about here?
the song gave me and Rudy a vision.
No, just you.
Oh, it's just me?
Murder
Yep.
ballad.
Okay.
So it was basically I was running towards the victims and they get shot. And that's basically all the vision. And there's a new version.
Did you shoot them? Because
Mm.
Ruffles said you shot them with your mouth.
Yes.
So you shot them then. So should we ring you up for murder then? Is this admission of guilt?
No, me. It wasn't me. It was.
Oh, God.
You said you saw
Betraying
yourself
somebody.
shooting them.
It wasn't actually me. It was a vision of something I had sight on.
It ain't me.
Shut up,
Now,
Herbert.
did this vision hurt inside your head? Because I'm familiar with that feeling.
Wrong type of vision.
You say I have a second personality. I don't.
That's what they all say.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, you know what? I like that. If Connors ever goes insane, I would love that to be a thing. I would love to just find out that it was Connors all along.
Oh.
Okay. But, so cool. So are we going to play the B-side, or are we going to take the record player? What's our thoughts here, guys?
Play
I'll
the
leave.
second one, I
Well,
guess.
We could take the record, but if it's still going to be the same fuzzy stuff, then we're gonna need Ajax to unfucculate it again.
Yeah.
I would.
I'm ready. I've got the recording equipment on, the headphones jacked. We're ready.
Okay,
I would.
My headphones are augmented.
so is Ajax listening this time or no?
Yep, I'm paying full attention.
Okay.
I will be out of the room because I feel sick.
I've had the coffee. It's in my system. I'm no longer lazy. I'm ready to work.
Okay, well
Bob
this
is
is
still
Also
halfway
might be
asleep.
amphetamines, but we're not going to mention that.
but
Yeah,
wow.
Bob is still halfway asleep, and he apparently still can't find anything in the hotel room. So
All right, so we
I
are
just went us.
just checking. We're listening to the B side. Who's in the room and who is hearing this? Ajax is yes or no? Okay.
well,
Bob
Bob
is
has to work the record player, so I guess.
so Rudy
I
and
guess I
Connors are So it's only Wagner not hearing it because he's.
No.
Am I allowed to get over here now that I
I'm not-
finished or something with?
Yep, you finished up with the boys in blue. Would you like to take the second van and pull it up?
Sure. Well, am I gonna be listening to this for the sand roll? That's my first question.
Well, that's what
not
I'm
there.
asking. Would you like to come in?
Right now?
I'm asking whenever you want. Like I don't mind.
Okay, sure, I'll do it.
Okay, so
I'm
you're,
not there.
you're gonna be in the room?
I'm outside.
all right. Well, let us start with Ajax. Okay, Ajax, give me a sand roll. We're just gonna do you first. Okay, it's a pass. So give me D4 sand damage.
Who's ready for Bob's hunt?
Okay, and then give me a POW times 5 roll. Oh, okay. Well, you got one of those right. Yeah, so 3.
What the fuck just happened? I clicked it once.
Oh, it's okay.
Uh.
It doesn't matter. We just took the first one there. It's fine.
All right, so POW times 5.
Mhm.
My
It should be 50 for you, I believe. I think POW was a.
My power is 70.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Oh, that's good, bad. Anyway, okay.
Why? What happened?
No, I just roll it.
Yes?
Just roll it.
Oh, I have to roll. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. We have to see if you make this. I can never fucking read this shit. Oh,
Value
oh
70,
no.
rolled 64.
You rolled 64. Okay, I finally figured that out. Yeah, that's cool.
I still don't know what the hell the second and third numbers are for, but yeah.
Okay, so what it's doing is like that's a half and a quarter value. So it's like seeing if I don't fucking know. Either way, point is, Ajax, all of the monitors go blank for you,
told you I'm not safe in the van.
but
Hmm.
what you do
That's what
see,
people who are safe in the van say.
yeah, is you actually, yeah, well,
You see the grudge.
you lost 3 sand, dude. That's nothing. What you see is like in your mind, the entirety of the van is filled up with a 3D blueprints, and you can sort of like, for the duration of the song, or as long as it's played, we're just going to make the assumption it's about a 1-minute time period this is played. At least so we think. So you're actually able to manipulate objects in this sort of like dreamscape, and it is a
Damn, Daniel.
blueprint for a 3D headset. Okay. So
All
that's
right.
so that's what you're seeing.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just gonna scribble this shit down
Yeah.
onto a tablet and
Yeah,
see.
VR. Yeah, exactly. It's for V.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
Yeah, yeah. So that's actually awesome that you made that, because this is information nobody else is going to get, because everybody else, oh, are you in for some shit?
Yeah, see, and that's what I said. You know, Bob doesn't want to be in the room, but
All right.
too late.
Now?
Yeah, give me some sand rolls for everybody else.
Oh god.
But
I'll
I'm not
go
in the
last
room.
just for the humor. Everybody else.
Oh
go
my
first.
god.
Oh, Wagner failed.
Like,
He's not even in the apartment yet.
No,
Oh,
he,
I'm not in the
he
apartment
is.
yet?
Yeah, no, you walked up to the apartment. You're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I failed.
Origami.
I was in the room when I felt sick.
Oh,
That
Connors
makes
felt sick and left the room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's
All
fine.
right. Come on, Bob. Yay.
All right.
Eh.
So I just need D6 from everybody, because you all failed. Okay, it's not bad, Bob.
Not a 6. Good job,
That's
Bob.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
If it was a 6, I think I would send him to the
Oh,
sanatorium.
Oh, well, Wagner deserved that. Let's get real.
Yep. Fucking Wagner.
Okay, so what you guys see is you are inside a warehouse. Okay, it
Is
looks
Bob
like
looking for a tin can that Rudy kicked?
funny you mention that.
Oh shit.
You do see an old guy in a jumpsuit shuffling after a tin can, but it's going backwards. And then there's a lot of people moving through. And then there's sort of in reverse things being stocked on some shelves. And it's sort of like hits a point where everything goes in sort of real time and starts walking like forward again. And it's a few guys in suits, sort of walking around and carrying things. Give me a search check here.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone's fine. Yeah.
Good, Bob made one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bob, what you
Bob
noticed?
sees himself. Hey, wait, that son of a bitch is
Oh,
familiar.
sorry, not Ajax, because he's in his own sort of.
I'm saving that 22 for later.
Fuck. That's a critical actually, and that's actually a critical fail with Wagner. Interesting enough.
I
Oh,
failed
Jesus.
what?
Yeah, because you got a double.
Rolled, you rolled dubs when you failed, so it's a crit fail.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this is going to be
Wagner
interesting.
falls down the stairs he was walking up.
Oh, this is okay. So I like this idea. So Bob, you're sort of walking around, and stuff's just happening in the background, and you're almost like a ghost. You can walk through sort of objects and stuff, and
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
yeah, and you see they're carrying
Or delivers a repast.
these two guys in suits are carrying sort of a mostly limp but slightly struggling April, out of the building. And you start recognizing this building. This was over in Buffalo. This was the
Buffalo.
the warehouse for Rainbow Publishing. While you're doing this, unfortunately, Wagner turns, and sort of walks in front of one of these guys, and he looks up and he's like, "Who are you? How'd you get here?"
Who is this man?
Oh, man.
Wagner, that's you. You gotta unfucculate your situation here.
Yeah, he's a
I'm
guy.
the ghost of Christmas past. I don't know where I am.
He's got in a suit. He's got
It's a thin man.
it's a thin man. Yeah, we'll just go with a thin man. That's kind of what we're looking at. Yeah.
It's a thin mint.
Yeah.
Whoa, I know kung fu.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, Elvis.
So,
How the hell
what
did
are
you
you,
know
what are
that?
you doing here?
Oh, I don't know, man. I took wacky shit.
Roll bluff.
I'm fucking drunk off my asshole. I don't know why I'm high. I don't know why I'm here. Please help. I'm very scared.
Is he gonna go in the
Dead.
fun basement? Are we gonna find his finger there next time? Is this a
Man.
really repeating cyclical event?
So.
Is this Groundhog Day? Question
So
mark?
so what are you doing, Wagner? Anything? Panicking? Firing a gun?
Probably
Running away?
Running away?
What are you doing?
Considering he's been in Nam, I would say he's just around and saying, "What the hell is this shit?" He's not been in Nam. I meant to say Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. So you're just saying what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say what the fuck. Thin Mint sort of puts his, hand on his ear, does the sort of like receiver thing. He's like, "They're on to us, quick! Return one of the kids!"
Triggered.
And the ghost of Christmas past is now starting to put 2 + 2 together.
Alright, and you guys are now, you also see, like, unfortunately because of this guy's like yelling that into his thing, and he reaches over and pulls down a lever, and you guys all get yanked back to the reality. Anyone that, you guys are disoriented for about 5 minutes afterwards, and when you look at your clocks, phone, whatever, 3 hours has passed.
Holy shit, that was one hell of a fucking trip, mate.
Agent Connors has been either, comes back in the room presumably at some point, or, whatever, and you guys are all frozen in place, for this duration.
Bob is grumbling about commies and space sausages.
And Ajax, again, you were only out for, let's say you were out for only about half an hour. So you noticed, like, oh, that was kind of weird. It's been half an hour. I didn't realize. But you were also caught up looking at this technology and writing down the blueprints as best you
Anyone
could.
that people are afraid of technology. Technology.
Yeah, so you've probably been trying to ring these guys for about 2.5 hours.
Would he have not come upstairs and been like, "What the fuck"?
Well, that's the question. Would
he was
Ajax
in the
have
van
done that?
outside.
Would,
Yeah.
would Ajax ring me? Because then I will have answered.
Okay, so we can now have, while you guys are, again, a bit of a back step, while you guys are in this, Ajax and Connors, what are you doing?
I'm trying to understand what the hell it is I've drawn on my drafting app.
Okay, absolutely. You have microelectronics? Something
do.
like
I
that?
have microelectronics, so I can make the roll if he
Just a
fails.
question on wording.
Well, you
said
can't, you
I
didn't
had
see
a
it.
fully three-dimensional grasp of what I was creating. I was
Yeah,
kind of-
imagine if you were wrapped inside a blueprint cube. Like if someone put you in a glass
I get what you're
box
doing.
and then
Enigma hidden
And-
inside an Enigma.
no, nothing like that. But if you were in a glass box and someone put the blueprint around it, so you're able to look at these things, but you can also turn them with your hands and stuff.
Yep. So I basically took each component apart, looked at it, and replaced it.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm
where's
going to
my
give you a
electronics?
plus 30 to this
Well,
roll.
I'm trying to find where the hell it is. Like what the
Um,
number is on mine.
you-
Computer. Oh, microelect 40. All right.
Yeah, so you got a 70% chance then. Okay, so before
Once again, he just busted a blockbuster. Where's your VR?
yeah,
The
before
one
before we panic,
Time. I believe that to be good.
you don't know how to build it. But
Fuck, that just ruined my whole next 20 minutes of what I was going to do for this.
okay, tell
No,
me
I'm not going to try it if I don't know how to fix
no.
it. I'm not.
tell me what you were gonna do, and if it's cool enough, we'll make it work.
Or we
I
weasel
was-
our way around stuff.
My 20-minute plan was actually going to be finding the materials, going around, seeing if I could find it
Bitch,
on the
this
internet.
ain't Minecraft.
Who the hell is talking on the headset right now? And what is mine? Look, I'm not going to be playing games right now.
Yeah.
Where
just-
were you for the last 3 hours?
Tripping the
yeah,
fuck
exactly.
out.
Hold up, Wagner. So Ajax.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
So
Being on a loop. Like, what is what?
so I just want to check. Ajax is sort of just
I
gonna
was
start
hoping-
taking off to get the objects he needs to build this device.
If I can't get it, it's going to take time to build something this complex, especially with the tools I've got available to me. So it's not something like, oh, I can do this instantly. No, this is something for later.
But you
I
can
was going to
start
try and
building it.
use a combination of the internet, my access to the FBI, basically
Mhm.
entire fabrication branch.
Yep.
Get all of the parts I need together and then begin assembling it using a combination of my microelectronic skill, my mechanical skill, and I was hoping to borrow. Which one of our teammates also had that? I think it was
Wagner. Yeah, Wagner's a good
Oh,
engineer.
forget it.
Fuck you.
Never mind.
No, Wagner's
Uh,
actually an engineer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wagner,
Bob
who
is
the
an
fuck
engineer in
that?
a different sense.
I was hoping to have a collaborative project because if I have a set of blueprints, it's easy to work with blueprints. You can't really fuck that up if you go from step 1 to 2.
No,
to 3
exactly,
to
yep.
4.
If
So I was
you
kind of hoping that would naturally give.
if you take
the other
Wagner in
person-
on
didn't
this,
realize
I
it was
will
Wagner.
absolutely give it to you. Yeah, that's fine.
But it's a project to be completed down the road once the parts arrive and assembly happens. I doubt it's going to happen within this run, but
No, it won't be today. But the next time you
course
guys go
not.
to Fort Wayne, you could probably assemble it. Yeah.
Oh,
no, that was my
man.
plan.
Okay. Yep. You know what? I will totally give that to you. I'm 100% down with it. Unfortunately, though, because you did fail this roll, we are going to do a will.
Thankfully, it wasn't 88.
Yeah. You know what? If it was 88, I still might have gave it to you because I do think this is a really cool idea, and I'm very interested to see where you go with it. So what we're going to do is, if you want to roll 1d4 for your willpower.
1d4.
Okay, so we're going to take 3 willpower away, and then if you want to pick for me a bond, we're going to take 3 from that bond as well.
What is my willpower?
It's pretty high, actually, because you have pretty high POW, I think.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah, 70, so that's what? 14. Yeah, so you have 14 willpower.
Well, I'm going to need some help on the internet side of things, so I can probably use another favor from the internet group.
Okay, so you're essentially putting strain on these guys, right? So this is a relationship you're damaging. Maybe it's with
I
how.
can't remember what my other two bonds were. That's the problem. If I had them, I'd lean on them, but
I
Okay.
don't have Zelphus' character sheet. So.
Yeah, he didn't like make one like that, but it's okay. I wrote it down. We have your psychiatrist, Dr. B. Dillon, and we also have your
well,
sister
he
Abigail.
wouldn't help, and she wouldn't know shit. So
Yeah.
that's a group of hackers again.
Okay, cool. So we're going to.
I can just see it now, calling up my younger sister. Hey, listen, do you know anything about occult VR technology? Ha ha ha! Very funny, bro. Shut the fuck up. See you at the end of
Yeah.
the click.
All right, so you've damaged
Chris,
that.
I'm never coming home again.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just trying to imagine if I actually had a little sister, like what the relationship that would be. Like just the two of us being similar or completely different.
So what we're gonna do is you actually, because you spent 3, willpower, you're straining this bond, and I want to stress this isn't just like you using their power. It's also like you're damaging this relationship because maybe you seem a little too zealous, maybe you seem a little too crazy, and they're
Well,
worried about you. And
I would like to point out something. This isn't just a take relationship. This is, hey, I owe you a favor. Call one in when you need it.
yeah, no, absolutely. But-
Placate them. Be polite. Be kind. Be thankful.
No,
don't
and
be
that's what a
arrogant,
normal
asshole.
relationship is. Again, it's just because this instance was just so crazy, and you know what I mean? It's, well, what are you doing? I can't tell you. Like, type of shit.
Actually, this time I can because it's not a lie. It's, well, I'm trying to use these parts to construct a unique set of VR blueprints I found. Now, I'm not sure if these exist elsewhere or if this is something nearby that I can create, but I'm going to need help finding the parts and fast.
Okay. But yeah, again, it's, you're just sort of like putting pressure on it. However,
Damn it, man! I'm missing out on Super Bowl. What the fuck?
no, not like that, man.
I don't know if this VR headset exists. Oh yeah, I saw that down at the pawn shop. Whatever.
Yeah,
Next to the lawnmowers.
you did actually gain a new bond now.
What can you give me for it? I can give you 3 cents and a nickel.
Oh my god. All right, so your new bond is you gained a bond with Wagner now
Ah,
because
hey,
you
fam.
guys are bonding over this. Now since you have a high willpower, you have a 13 in that new bond, which is awesome. You can use that to drain on for sand recovery and shit like that. Wagner,
I'll go to my psychiatrist for that.
Oh,
okay,
thanks, fam.
but Wagner, you're
Okay, fine. I'll piss a party member off rather than an NPC we're never going to have to actually see. Think about that, Herpy.
Funny you should mention that. Your psychiatrist is in Boston.
yeah, but the thing is though,
Does he have a
Wagner,
bond with the psychiatrist? Is that a thing?
no.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one of your NPCs, yeah. Yeah. Ajax is seeing one for stress. Yeah. But sorry, I was saying Wagner, you're not getting this bond back. So you're not leaning on him emotionally, he's just taking from you, essentially.
Oh.
Okay? I mean, you might end up doing it later, but in this instance, like, Wagner's doing okay. We haven't started losing and using your bonds yet, you know?
Zelphus is going all tsundere on me.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gathering parts. Agent
I'm going to
Connors.
take a sand check just for that, I think.
Agent Connors has now come in the room, and everyone is motionless.
Surprise!
Do you want to give me a first aid roll?
Some fries.
You know.
Origami.
Supplies.
Sunrise.
First aid, 60. I fell by 3.
You failed by 3? I'll give it to you, you're doctor. So, I was going to say, if you failed it, they don't seem like they're alive. But, well, yeah, completely. However, since we'll say you passed your first aid, they seem to be in a coma-like state.
Thankfully, I'm still rocking in the van.
Yeah. Well, no, you're off shopping and doing stuff and collecting pieces to make this.
Doesn't that count as going in the van?
Oh, well, I thought you were just like, oh, I'm just chilling in the van.
Oh, yeah,
like-
I just walk out and fuck off.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta hit the local Best Buy and the fries. See you
yeah,
later,
exactly.
guys.
Yeah, you're doing something.
So Agent's
He's
in the van, right?
masturbating in the van. It is rocking.
Oh, jeez.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, sure. You're
Man,
saying
this new
Connors?
VR headset is wonderful.
Ruffles, do you want me to tell you why?
That's
I
the
wanted
real
to-
reason why I called Wagner in there.
Oh
Do you want
god.
me to tell you why I wanted to use those steel plates?
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know how
care.
got
Sure,
these
why?
scars.
Okay.
Or shrapnel?
I essentially wanted to make just a huge fucking frag bomb.
That is
Yeah.
correct answer.
See, I already knew that. Like, that was obvious. I was hoping it was something impressive. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? But, like, again,
Well, I mean, like,
Well,
Bob
I said
could have
it-
just made you one of those. Like, give me 100 sparklers and some tinfoil.
the second you say a
Those are
massive
plants that
frag
never
bomb,
would be.
it's just like when you say fragmentation, I just hear in my head civilian casualties. And I mean,
When you say civilian casualties, I
You
hear
wouldn't be
space
far wrong.
sausage.
yeah.
Whenever you say that, I think Boston bombing flashbacks.
Yeah. Oh god.
Guess where we're going
Guess where we're going
Mr.
next.
Explosives.
Yeah, we are off to Boston next.
So Ajax is in the van.
We are definitely
Yes.
on the NSA watch list now.
So I basically try to.
If
during
the
phone
NSA
call,
is that bored, they have plenty of time to go back through the files and realize it's
So-
all pen and paper, Dungeon and Dagger.
honestly,
Dungeons and Dragons.
there-
Dungeons and daggers.
That's what you
Dungeons
mean
and
when you
Daggers.
go into a dungeon, damn it.
Mazes and monsters.
So what I miss?
Oh, not much. So
I
Connor,
was
sorry.
I was trying to move the bodies to the van, lay them down.
Okay, you're gonna move them and lay them down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the
Um,
vans.
You gonna try and make Bob sit in the recovery position?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're just nursing them. Well,
Yep.
when you guys all wake up. So again, this is Wagner, Agent Rudy, and Bob. Agent Wagner, of course, being the guy like, oh shit, you know, he comes out. He's kind of like panicking. Everyone else is like confused, and you're also all in a van now.
How the fuck am
Bob-
I in a van?
Bob probably would have been okay with this because he was in a van before he got woke up, so like the whole middle could have just been a nightmare.
True. Yeah.
So I put I hold down Agent Wagner.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Thank
hold
you,
down
Doctor.
Wagner since he's freaking out.
Free candy then.
So you
Shake it,
guys.
shake.
Shake, yeah. So are you guys going to tell everybody, hey, we had a bit of a vision here and some shenanigans happened? And Wagner set off the fucking alarm.
Yeah.
Can I still do medic framework? Can I give?
Restrain?
Can I calm Wagner down with some drugs?
Oh, yeah.
Sedate.
Yes, sedate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
can-
my God,
Oh,
he's
that's a
gonna
little
fucking
different.
roofie
Sedating's more like a. Okay, yeah, sure, you can sedate him, yeah.
And fucking roofing me, isn't he?
Oh wait, Will.
Which
Now you can't talk.
You
Well, I mean,
freaking
you know, if
out.
the sedation doesn't work, I'm sure Bob could just punch you in the fucking head.
Me too. I
That's
get punched
true.
out to the head.
It's true.
But you have
We
brass
could-
knuckles. I don't.
Okay, but
We could hit him really hard together.
so guys, one thing we do need to
See, that's
discuss.
called father-son bonding right there.
Now, I know we're all sitting here and we're like, oh yeah, you know, the warehouse in Buffalo. Oh, April, we're starting to get a picture.
But
Things
Bob's the only one
happen.
that passed that search check, though.
Yeah, that's right. So only Bob knows that. Rudy may have an idea.
Bob doesn't share anything.
All right, Rudy might have an idea. However,
Maybe.
Wait, Raffle.
yeah,
I'm just making sure. I just want because I'm like counting my chickens here, right?
yeah.
I rolled.
You're one cock shy.
Thank
Oh,
you so
God.
much.
Cox, I have a flock, so you're just full of eggs.
I thought Asians went half cocked.
God. Stop.
Bob's got a double cocked both barrels.
Jesus Christ. But like, so I lost a single sand on this original space sausage mission, and then I gained 3 sand for rolling of the recovery, and I lost 5 sand now. So right now I'm sitting at 77 sand, right?
Yeah, -3. Yep, yep.
Okay, nice. Okay.
No, you're good.
Just making sure.
Yeah. The thing is
Also,
though,
Raffle,
yeah,
I might have to do the same thing as I did last time.
yeah, that's fine, dude. We're probably gonna be finishing up pretty shortly, so.
Yeah, after we get
Um,
to Boston, probably call her.
Yeah. However, so I
Bless
just want to say,
Thank you.
Wagner doesn't know anything about Rainbow Publishing or April or the warehouse in
I
Buffalo.
just saw a girl
I saw a Thin Mint, and I was in a big metal building. What do?
Exactly, yeah. So he's probably asking about that. Is Bob going to fill him in? I mean, he is part of ESL now. It's your call.
I
Well,
think
did
Ajax,
did
was
Ajax
filling in.
already take off?
Yeah, Ajax is off looking for stuff, yeah.
I thought Ajax was going to wait for Wagner to wake up because they were working collaboratively on it.
No, they're
That's
going
when we
to...
get back to Fort
Yeah,
Wayne.
yeah, when they go back to Fort Wayne, they're going to work on it.
Well, I mean, I could be a bit of a dick to Wagner and just ask Agent Rudy if Sam's coin seems familiar.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, could you just imagine? Hey, you want to know what's going on? You ever seen a movie called The X-Files?
I guess
but I
I can
mean-
answer that. Are you talking about the warehouse we were just at a few days ago? Because that's what I thought I recognized, but I can't say for sure.
Actually, I think it would have been more like 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was about a week and a half at most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, a few days still applies, but
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Bob just announced, I was like, yeah, I'm the Coast of Christmas Past. We were back in fucking Buffalo.
Hmm.
I'd explain that I had a vision and I just kind of recognized a warehouse, but that's about it, really.
That was April when she wasn't a butterfly.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
And she had her finger.
I
she
didn't.
had her finger?
I don't know, did Bob see if she had her finger or not? Or was that already in the pipe hole?
that was in the
Ooh,
back.
yeah, we'll say it was definitely in the pipe. Yeah, it was there before.
Okay, so she was already minus 0.1 finger.
Hmm.
So this was, a month ago, at least, though, because she was dead for a month in the hole. Plus the return the kid.
Return the girl and wipe away the debt.
Return the slab.
What about the return the kid there, Bard? What you thinking?
Well, what I'm thinking is he said, return a kid. One of the kids got magically returned by the FBI. So,
Aliens.
were we informed by Ajax, or is he just fecked off?
Well, you're back on comms with them now that you're awake.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any reason for me not to tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You only
well,
just
if-
reestablished comms now that they're back awake, though. So.
If
Okay.
Ajax is, fecked off, he's out collecting the VR stuff. He's like, I'm making a VR headset 'cause I know how to do that now. I think Bob would be able to be smart enough to put two and two together and be like, once you make that, we should go revisit the kid that got dropped off. Show him more than just a picture this time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm-
let me ask you a question though, because the guy who said return the kid was reacting to Wagner being there,
Mhm.
right?
Try good.
Is
But we were-
Bob making the assumption that you went back in time and he saw Wagner?
Well, Bob recognized that it was April down there on the slab, and that April was alive.
Well, no, I will say there is a big difference between I'm having a vision of another event that happened because your brain can lie and say, okay, this is a recorded footage or something.
Yeah, but if you got three people, okay, well, 2.5 people with the same memory, and then another one going, I'm making a VR headset.
Yeah.
And that's all we've been talking about for a month.
So I'm just saying, are we saying that maybe that was a bit of time travel? Is that something? Again, I'm not saying that is what happened.
Well, does anybody else, either of the other 1.5 people concur with that?
1.5 people.
I'm just
No.
asking
Well,
if
I mean,
Bob
you
honestly
failed your
believes
role
that.
there, Herpy.
Hey, Raffle, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
Bob's heard a lot of weird shit over the past
Can
month.
you take over for me?
yeah, sure, bud. Just give me.
Thanks. I'm-
Hey, before
I'm
you
not
go,
feeling well.
yeah, just text me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk
Take it
to you
easy,
guys
dude.
later.
Well, we were finishing up soonish anyway, but okay, so Bob I just want to know.
Bob's ran into a lot of weird shit recently. He got microwaved by a space sausage.
That's
Time
true.
travel's not too weird.
I was gonna say same here.
I mean, time travel is weird though. Like that.
Yeah, but I mean, a floating invisible space sausage microwave Bob's.
I would hate to say it, as crazy as that is, that's still something the human mind can easily comprehend.
Space sausages.
But actual time travel is like sanity destroying. I mean,
I much rather believe time travel than a giant floating alien thing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say time travel is less crazy,
Well, but
but
even
time
then, though,
traveling
like,
destroying your future is more
well,
crazy.
because it's one of those things like traveling forward in time is not too, in my opinion, right? Like traveling forward in time isn't too freaky. It's like, okay, weird, but done. But traveling back in time and being the reason an event happened, which you've already.
Bob wasn't that reason though. So
Okay.
Bob could just as well think this was, CCTV footage. 'Cause
Exactly, yeah.
he was the ghost of Christmas Past. Like, they didn't see him. They saw
They saw Wagner.
Wagner. So, if anything, it's Wagner's fucking fault. And,
Fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's up to you
So-
guys.
I think Bob's crazy enough to try it, because it's not like he's got anything else to do aside from go back and fucking clean offices.
So, but is something you believe there, Bob?
Bob believes he saw something about April back in Buffalo, whether it be CCTV or his brain being on crack.
Okay. All right.
Somebody definitely roofied Bob. He had a weird fucking dream. Fell asleep in the van, woke back up, I'm back in the van.
Well, anyone that believes the time travel hypothesis, make a sand roll. Anyone that does not believe it, do not.
Well, what if you believe it's CCTV footage?
If you believe in
Just
CCTV
fast.
footage, that's fine. Yep. If that's all Bob believes, that's okay.
So
I
that's
will say
fine.
though, we're only gonna have to make one time travel roll. If time travel is ever gonna come up again, I mean, heyo, you got it made.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Because
Bob Wagner
didn't get
movie.
noticed, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was
I don't
just
know if he
Wagner.
would have really
So-
concurred that he was the one that was there.
What exactly happened to me? Because I just kind of recognized the area and that's it, or
Yeah, you recognize the warehouse, but like you know, it was like, you didn't notice April. That's all. Like you still saw the warehouse and the Thin Men. You just didn't notice April being taken away.
Yeah, so do you think it was time travel, or do you think it was?
Again, I'm not saying it is, but I am saying
Like, what
if your
is your
character would,
hypotenuse
yeah.
on it?
if your character believes that,
Because, I mean, Herpy doesn't know shit about it anyways. Like,
yeah.
it's a
So
metal building that he doesn't recognize.
yeah,
So I'm just like totally unaffected by this.
yeah. No, it wouldn't affect you because the thing is going back and seeing that event. I mean, you already took a little bit of sand for that. I think I just docked you 1 or something. I don't even know if we rolled for it. No, we did.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we definitely
I
did.
lost,
Yeah, that's right. 6. So I mean, we lost a little bit of sand for that. It wasn't much. It's more about the again because a child was returned, and then it was like the whole idea. Well, is the child returned because Wagner was there before we went there and they saw him? Like, because I mean, even describing that to us outside the game, that's a little. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's some shit, but
That's
like,
some shit.
The Thin Mints were definitely addressing Wagner, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Because he was the one that was
Yeah.
standing there. He interrupted the Thin Mint trying to haul away April. So what's Agent Rudy's idea?
one, it really can't be time travel because we were standing in the frickin' apartment.
Also, you know what? That further proves it couldn't be time travel, though, because Bob saw himself, and the most commonly held theory about time travel is if you interact with yourself in the past and you cause a fucking wormhole.
Well, I mean, you didn't interact with yourself. You just, I mean, in
Yeah,
watching
but that's the
everybody
thing, like,
rewind,
Bob
you did
would
see
have been
yourself.
Bob would have been in two places at once, which isn't physically possible.
Wait, since Agent Connor was still mentally active, did she see the comatose bodies, or did they just disappear and reappear? Because that would explain the whole temporal thing.
Ooh. Ooh, I like
Ooh.
it. I fucking like it.
What did Origami say? I didn't hear it correctly.
Okay.
Did he see the bodies before he walked in the room, or were they just? And that explains the temporal tunneling. Were
Yeah,
they
now,
gone?
now that said, he was gone a period of time because he was sick.
Mhm.
So he left the room and then came back in. Now, how long were you gone, Origami? Would you say you were sick and gone for how long?
About 10-20 minutes tops.
Okay, 10, 20 minutes. All right. Well, I like that. I really like that
Okay.
question. I don't want to answer that question, but I
you
like
gotta.
it. I think it's a lot more interesting having it be like, it could be, but maybe it isn't.
Origami has to roll for time travel. Everybody else is like, what?
Oh god, no! I have 1.7 left.
While Agent Connors is telling you guys whether you were comatose in the room the whole time or you reappeared via time travel, she dies.
Okay.
Bob rolls to punch the life back into her.
I would roll for that just because you failed.
Oh, fuck,
Speaking of
dude.
punching the life back into people, what's the difference between pharmacy and medicine?
Okay, pharmacy is knowledge of drugs and like knowing like all the weird names for drugs and which drugs you can use together and which drugs you can't use together. Essentially anything you would ask a pharmacist. Medicine is the stitching up and the surgery more side of it.
Then what the fuck is first aid?
First aid is like scouts shit. It's like, oh, you're sick. We'll put a little bit of like a home like that salt cleans wounds, or how to properly
homeopathic
bandage someone.
remedies.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of like you use first aid if like, oh, I broke my leg. I'm gonna put a splint. Medicine is like, okay, you broke your leg. I'm
So
going to
first
properly
aid
set
is
it.
the
and-
common man.
Exactly.
Medicine is the college man, and
Pharmacy is the
pharmacy-
drugs. Yeah.
yeah, pharmacy is
Oh, if you
my
take
vision
this
is
and this,
augmented.
it's cookies.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. If you know medicine, you know some of pharmacy and vice versa. But if it's like, oh, what kind of a man's dead. What could have killed him? Medicine's like poison. Yeah, maybe cyanide. But pharmacy's like, well, all these drugs could have caused like these effects. You know what I mean? Yeah. That is a very good question, though.
Well, it's a shame I didn't ask that before, because could have tried to roll pharmacy to figure out why the hell the kid was leaking milk.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's. Oh well, that's fine.
That voice crack though.
Oh,
Alright, we're
man.
gonna go back and strap a VR headset around the whole fucker, see if he leaks again. Man, we need to see your child again. You put him into a coma. We need to see him again.
Fuck, I really don't want to answer that question.
Well played.
End of the session. That's it. Let's go home, everybody.
No, answer the question.
We'll resolve it tomorrow. Fuck.
Oh my god, that would be
I'm put on the spot.
Oh my god. Fuck. I've never been stumped before as a DM. I've always been like,
Players have outplayed
uh,
the DM.
yeah, it
It's
happened.
over.
Shit. That is so good.
It happened?
No, I mean, I got stumped.
Okay.
Can't stump the Trump though.
Okay.
No, that aggravated me.
Say it was temporal, and they were gone for a period of, say, 5 minutes, but were in comas afterwards recovering.
Sounds,
Ah. Is that possible? So, I mean, it could
Yes.
be either or still.
Some spooky, scary skeletons.
So he magically vanished for 5 minutes and then coma for 3 hours.
I will agree with
Maybe.
that.
Okay, well, hang on.
Well, that was supposed to be more of a question, if I'm understanding what you just said properly.
Yeah, was it a question or was it a theory, Origami?
I don't know
I'm
nothing about
okay.
theory. A question, most likely, because if I was there, I would come in and would see you guys and just basically take care of you while you guys were in the coma.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this.
Are
As
you ready to lose a whole bunch of sand?
Nah, you wouldn't lose sand either way, because we've already talked about whether or not your characters believe it was time travel currently. We can do things to change that later, perhaps. But out of character here, again, I like to build the story with the players. So I normally, instead of like most DMs, I don't write everything up. I make like a series of events that I think are cool and people and places, and we sort of like go along and things happen. I didn't expect it to come to this when
Never asked for this.
yeah, so I just thought that was like a cool little thing. Origami called me out. That's awesome. You know what? It's made the stakes a lot higher. I certainly need to think about this. The question is, as players, which do you think is more interesting? Do you think the time travel idea is pretty cool? Whether or not our characters ever find out.
Yeah, whether or not the characters believe it, which I don't know if Bob would, because he's crazy, but I don't know if he's that crazy yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I find it interesting because the Thin Mint definitely reacted to Wagner, so
Yeah.
either Wagner was there, in which case Wagner you got some splaining to do, or
Okay.
we did time travel and that's what tipped
So,
off the
so
Thin
here's the
Mint.
thing. I think it's extremely interesting to have it be time travel. So I would naturally, just as myself, lean that way. I would say, yeah, it was totally time travel. That's kind of why I made that little hint there.
So,
So if you guys are okay with that, I think we'll just, out of character, make the assumption
ask-
time
Yeah,
travel.
I want to ask a question. If
Yes.
it's not time travel, what would it be then? What's the other
Well,
option?
yeah, how would the Thin Mint notice Wagner without it?
Okay, I would honestly just have one of the preliminary like scouting efforts of Delta Green, which is why they knew the warehouse was there. That was my sort of backup when you guys
okay,
said
so-
that. But I don't
Yeah,
think
so
that's
they
anywhere near as
spotted somebody
interesting.
outside or something.
Yeah.
My idea was that Borrowed and Rudy were like apparitions, and Wagner was physically there. That's how I took it.
Yeah, he was more solid when he popped up, whereas I was the ghost of Christmas Past, as I've taken to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think I'm cool with it. I think we're gonna just make the assumption that maybe the transporting back in time was visionary, and then you actually arrived back in time, which is why you didn't break the fucking continuum of space time, whatever, when you saw yourself, because that was
Yeah.
sort of just like rolling back the dial.
So it's like a flashback, except like everything got flashed back.
We hit the rewind button, but we didn't hit stop first, so we got to
That's
see
right.
everything.
Yeah, and that's why I was thinking a little bit about that when I said, and then they started moving forward again, because I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I got my ass covered if we do any fuckulated stuff. Still, it's pretty interesting. Okay, cool. And it's one of those things I just like to talk it out, see what you guys are feeling, because I don't want to, end of the day, if we're all happy, that makes everybody happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to try and railroad the campaign.
Yeah.
I do like the time travel idea, though.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't plan that at all. I was like, I just wrote in my notes like, oh, kid gets returned or something. But now that it's here, it's like, I'm like, oh, that's so fucking cool. This kid like just got sent back because fucking Wagner was a dumbass.
Sorry.
I
But
kind of like that
at the
idea.
end of the day, though, that still means that Delta Green is responsible for what the other shit that Delta Green has to deal with,
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
even though we're responsible for our own problem now. It's not the other people's fault.
But since this was the case, I'm gonna put a mark here. Bob, Rudy, Wagner. No, not Wagner. He doesn't know. So Bob and Rudy If you guys ever, I don't know if time travel is ever going to come up ever again in
Yeah, it
Delta
might
Green,
not.
period. But if it ever comes up at some point, or maybe somebody else time travels, Bob and Rudy are more accepting of the idea. So you
Yeah.
guys will take half the penalty to San if one comes up. Like if some
Neat.
fucker's like, "I'm you from the future," and hands you a gun.
I'm you from the future.
Yeah.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Exactly.
bitch.
Yeah, Bob and Rudy will be like, "Oh," like you know what I mean? Whereas everyone else is like, "The fuck." No, like mind exploding.
Come with me if you want to live.
Exactly.
Connor will be in denial. She's not a technical person.
Oh yeah, I mean Connors just thinks they were in a coma, so thinks it's a drug trip. Although you did have a vision of your own, but it wasn't time travel, so you probably think
Yeah,
they
it
were
was.
just, and they had a little bit of the juju juice or something.
Bob, what the hell wasn't that tequila?
Yeah,
God
but
damn it, Bob.
that's one hell of a tequila.
Yeah.
Meth is one hell of a drug.
Okay, so I'm gonna say though, guys. Well, I guess we could go a little longer.
Well,
There
we
is,
could go back over to like E-Cell and over to Boston, I guess.
yeah.
And then I can get my new pistol and strap it onto my other leg. Aha.
We could go talk to ass shit Fred.
That's true. Yeah. Oh my
Tell
God.
him
we-
that the murder case led us to
It's-
Nazi switchboard. Confuse the fuck out of him.
Hey Fred, can we get plane tickets to Boston from Fort Wayne? Why the fuck are you in Fort Wayne? What's in Boston? That would be.
Nazis and switchboards and Nazi deniers.
Oh yes.
What?
Nazi switchboards and Nazi switchboards. Nazis, switchboards, and Nazi switchboards. That's what I meant to say, but it didn't come out right.
Nah,
Mhm.
there was comma, comma, no comma.
Yeah, that's the thing. It didn't come out right.
All right.
Zelphus is gonna come back and like watch the VOD tomorrow and just text you, "What the fuck happened when I was gone?"
Oh yeah, he probably won't. But yeah,
Well, okay,
Well,
he might. But...
he might.
Or
Yeah.
when we're filling him out tomorrow, he's just what?
Yeah. Exactly. Talking about what's up. Man, honestly, the whole time travel thing just fucked me. Just trying to figure out an explanation.
hope
I mean,
Zelphus is okay.
It was easy to explain it. It's just a case of deliberating with myself whether I go with what I want to go with or whether we don't, because I
Well-
kind of figured you guys wouldn't be okay with it. Actually, I'm glad you are, but I didn't think
As
you
long
would
as
be.
you don't have like that one DM who had one of his characters circumvent like half the fucking campaign.
Oh no! I mean, the only thing I let you circumvent was going to
Was the
the
start.
pawn shop.
Because there's just that one fucking whatever D&D story where the guy killed like half the fucking orc army by himself because magical quiver of unlimited holding size. And the DM just got pissed, crumpled up like half the campaign. He's like, "Fuck you."
Oh man. Okay,
Yeah,
so
please don't let that happen.
no,
Like,
no.
As much fun as it sounds, it would not be very fun.
Well,
in the
I
long
think
run.
that's pretty well established, honestly.
All right, so yeah, I think honestly we just call it here because I don't think I can run anymore at this point.
I think
My
it's
I have-
brain got fried at
bullshit.
that point. Sorry.
I
All right,
fried
so,
the
so
last.
we're over to the E-Cell
Yes,
apartment.
we'll head over
Yep.
to the E-Cell. Yeah, absolutely.
Do we give Fred or Uncle Sam a call? Probably Uncle Sam. Actually, he'd probably understand what the fuck's going on.
Mhm.
Well,
Good
a little
ones.
bit more. He'd be more accepting rather than Fred just going, "What?"
True. Yeah. That's up to you guys. Do you guys want to call Uncle Sam?
Might as well. I'll just ask if he's ever heard this kind of fuckulation before.
Okay.
So, me as being Connor, I would say tell all the magical bullshit to Uncle Sam and all the physical evidence for the case that we're working on to Fred.
Okay.
Yeah.
That that
We
makes sense.
we found him. He's got a hole through his head, but there's no gunshot burn. Just burns. I don't know.
Bernie Burns.
It could be a hit, like another DJ
Well, what-
got jealous and tried
are
to
we
shoot
gonna
him.
Alright,
tell
fine,
him-
that's it.
About the correlation between the hole through the head and April, because that's kind of leaning more into Delta Green a little bit because of the magical
Yeah.
switchboard, the tentacle through his skull.
No, because we would tell him that the only correlation between him and April it's not there. It's just the switchboard was in his name, and somehow whoever owned the property is correlated to the kidnapping of the kids because the kidnapping of the kids.
Yeah, but that's the
was
problem though, because
brothers.
I think Fred would be smart enough to put two and two together and be like, wait, kidnapping, his name, that place.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably right on that one.
Well, the
What
thing
can I-
is, did we give our? Oh no, because the boys in blue saw the fucking warrant, so they would have saw Fred's name when we told them to get the coroner for April.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they definitely would have alerted the FBI of
yeah.
like
Oh, we
I
won
mean
the FBI.
of Columbus, which the FBI, the local FBI girl for Columbus was Agent Wheeler, Robin E. Wheeler. So
Oh
she
yeah,
knows.
so we need to do that as well. We need to go find Wheeler tomorrow, but we still never checked out the apartment across the way. That's just been sitting there for like a week and a half, staring at us.
Yeah, the one that had the infrared scope pointed at.
But the thing is that the electronics work here, so
Yeah.
at least it's not a space sausage.
Oh god.
That we know of. Might just be out of range.
You guys are gonna come back in a week, and it's like the phone doesn't work. The TV, oh, fuck!
The freezer's off. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, that'd be some shit.
All right, where's my sniper?
Speaking of, actually, the freezer is empty.
Oh, what? Fuck. I wanted some coke.
The freezer's empty, but we have the do we have the blood and the chunk still?
Something.
Or
if you guys,
Zelda's want of test?
well, where did you put it? That's my question, because these
Well,
guys
I mean,
would be
there's two
thorough.
freezers in the house.
Yeah,
And that's where this shit's been, mate.
I feel like Delta Green would have taken the extra step and been like, oh, let's search the rest of the apartment, make sure they're not hiding any shit on us.
Uncle Sam, I want
Uncle
that
Sam.
meat hunk back.
Okay, one more big question. Did we take any of the items from the safe? Or did we leave them
Well,
there?
Well,
Well,
the book,
I imagine
apparently.
Origami would have taken the
The book.
the book. Mein Kampf, who fucking cares? It's Mein Kampf. Yeah.
Mm.
The revolver.
Yeah, probably left
then
that as well.
Yeah, like who would nick a revolver? Like you just get one of those.
Yeah, they're not
Um,
too hard to get.
Other than that, there was just paperwork. His phone book, which was just open. We went to where it was open too.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, the only thing that was important to be the goatskin book.
Okay, but we did take that, right?
Can we take that book since we're back at the apartment and stick it near like a light, see if it's heat sensitive writing?
Okay, like a window or like a light, like a lamp.
Like something that would produce a
Yeah,
good
that-
amount of heat, but not
fluorescent
too
bulb.
damage. Yeah.
Hmm.
How do
Okay.
you want?
Well, I guess we could try and crack open the book. Oh, sorry, Granny was just coughing. So yeah, we're putting like just like a lamp up to it, right?
Mm,
Okay. No
See if that
dice.
works.
No dice.
So let's see.
Well, actually, when you first found the book, though, it was like in this guy's like not great lit office. You know what I mean? And then we sort
Yeah.
of quickly turned off the lights and used a UV on it. No, I already said. All right. I'm gonna retcon something because I didn't think of it at the time. So this is my bad. My apologies, everybody. There are some UV stainage on the book itself. But it's not like you can't really like see it. I mean, the cover's black like leather, so it's not like nothing's really gonna like stain that. And you can't see anything on the pages either. But there were little like it looked like UV stains on the book itself.
Someone's been having too much fun with this book.
Ooh, wow, there's actually a lot of different ways to write with invisible methods rather than just standard UV ink.
Oh, there's a lot, yeah.
You use milk.
Yeah, because
You
you've
can even
got
just use lemon juice.
yeah,
Yeah,
lemon
so-
juice is heat sensitive.
Lemon juice
Vinegar
heat
is
sensitive?
chemical reaction sensitive. So you can use something like red cabbage has pigment in it that you can use to develop vinegar if you're writing in that.
Yeah.
There's cerium oxalate, which you develop with hydrogen peroxide. There's UV shit. There's distilled vinegar, which you can use to disturb the fibers on a paper. And then if you heat iodine crystals, then it will adhere to that. And then, what's this last one? Disappearing ink. You need to use something alkaline, so not acidic, something alkaline to develop that. So a lot of different things we could do to see if there's anything on there.
Okay, do you want to try all those now?
Yeah, I mean, not cover the whole page with like hydrogen peroxide, but just like a little bit here, a little bit there, see if any of them react.
Okay, so are we going to try we're trying peroxide first?
Well, we tried the lamp, that didn't work.
Mhm.
You could rub some red cabbage over it and see if the pigment sticks,
Okay. Ooh,
because that would develop the vinegar.
yeah. Sure, yeah. Let's just go ahead and say you try all this stuff. Sorry, Zelda's just texted me. I just want to
And
make sure he's
nothing.
okay.
What happened to him, by the way?
I don't know, I just
He-
messaged him back. He was
He's
just say
opened
sub.
his insides out.
Yeah, so the first page does react, though, to your red cabbage. Just the first
Interesting.
page.
So
The
that
rest of
one's
them
vinegar,
don't
then.
seem to. However, first page is just
Chinese.
No, it's actually Latin, and it's
I
like a
figured.
title, and then underneath is a name.
Oh. It's Latin.
Yeah.
Everyone else went to college because in college you learn Latin.
All right. So what is
I went
written
to-
in Latin there?
Yeah, because I went to
Okay,
I
so
want-
yeah, I got a degree in medicine, so I will have a lot of knowledge of Latin, or at least some kind
good
of
news
knowledge
is
of
my
Latin.
brain has unfunculated, so I'm back to go. We can get another like half hour, 45 to an hour in, whatever you guys are feeling. But so this, the beginning is presumably. Oh wait, do we have people that speak Latin?
They went to
Origami would have known at least some Latin because of the
Yep.
medical stuff.
I'll give you a. Okay, I'm gonna give you a 40% in Latin. You can go ahead and just give yourself that on your character sheet if you'd like, because, I mean, I'm studying entomology, and I know way too much fucking Latin just from doing that. So I guarantee if you were a doctor, you would speak a good amount. So this here, and anyone can attempt to pronounce this. I'm going to try and say it myself, but I'm
I
not.
actually took Latin as a course in school, so.
Oh, perfect. Herbie, you want to... I know how to say the first word, obviously.
I can botch
only took
it,
for,
so
like,
Here we go. We have the Libra... I don't know if that's
Augustus
miles?
Flaviani.
Yeah,
Libra
no,
milis eximus,
Yes.
yeah, Exemius. I think it's Exemius.
exemius. Yeah.
And Herpy, you're really bad at Latin because it's favier. Like it's not. It's like how to say it? Favieri, something like that. Triarii. So it's Faviarii. You know what I mean? They always say the double I's weird. Like because Triarii is Triarii, so it's Faviarii. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
But
understand that pretty
yeah,
well.
we would say Favieri. Just make it easy. Sir Favieri. But yes, the Libra Miles Eximius. Would anyone like to... Sorry, Origami. Oh, you failed it. Fuck.
No, I didn't roll yet.
Oh. Oh,
Okay.
damn, son. Okay. You guys ready for that direct translation? You
Yeah.
can probably just Google Translate it. Somebody already may have because they're overexcited.
Borrow.
Maybe.
And what does it mean, Borrowed?
Well, it comes up as from Latin to English. Balance miles super. It doesn't know what the fuck miles means.
Okay, it's actually
Or wait, why is that? Why is that in mile? What? It's not
Yeah.
what you wrote.
so
Oh no, it
it's
is what you wrote. Oh.
it's the book of excellent soldier, essentially, sort of, excellent strong.
Oh, great, they're creating super soldiers.
We're awful and quiet. There you go.
I'm not saying. I was waiting for you guys to be like, oh my god, maybe they are, maybe they aren't.
They are
So you said it was the book of what?
excellent soldiers.
Yeah.
It's all about creating super soldiers and driving a 3D object.
Fuck, we have to fight Captain America.
I think you're making a tank of some kind.
A tank? Okay. I don't know.
Because the kids are operating some kind of object, and well, it's right here it says super soldier, so
That or some type of mech.
Yeah,
armor,
a vehicle of
power
some
suit.
Ford. Yeah, some sort of vehicle because the kid said they wanted me to drive it or pilot it. They say
Mhm.
pilot or drive.
pilot.
I think he's
Pilot.
a pilot.
Pilot, yeah.
So
It could
they
be
make a
some type of Iron Man-esque
mecha.
suit.
Yeah. It could be
It
Iron
could
Man.
be a spacecraft. It could be a
Okay.
boat.
So
really.
here's my question then. If we assume that Alan Wench and the Werner brothers, etc., are trying to create this super mech soldier children, so I mean,
Nazi utopia.
I think if we were doing that, we could make the fair assumption that they're tied in with Rainbow Publishing, correct? If
Yep.
not, they are.
Correct.
So why would presumably either this device itself or the space sausages or whatever we think is doing the murdering be targeting these guys?
Because they know too much. And they're outlived their usefulness.
Okay, there you go. That's a pretty plausible explanation.
I think there's a war going on between space sausages and Rainbow Six.
The space
Oh, that's
sausages and the
another-
Nazis have been fighting a secret war for thousands of years.
Basically.
Just now E-Cells discovered them.
Oh, Jesus.
But they're fighting space monsters, so
What's our
I don't
slogan?
know.
Time to get squiddled?
What's our slogan? Oh God, Miss Saiyan.
Yeah.
An actual slogan for yourself. I can find it.
Oh, I don't know. It's definitely not shit ass.
Space, the final sausage.
Oh, God. I like it.
so we see it, we kill it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty. We're supposed to be like reconnaissance, but fuck it.
Yeah, why don't we try that the next mission? Just like
Just phone it
actually
in.
Have Ajax do stuff like go drone.
Yeah, just like, oh, there's a thing. Call Uncle Sam.
So you guys have found like 8 corpses, and now you're calling it? Well, I mean, like last time there was just corpses, but then there was a giant floaty thing, and you saw the big floaty thing. I ain't fighting that again. You go fight it.
Yeah, fair. All right.
I might disappear before we get there, though.
Oh, you might.
No, the floating thing.
Oh
The
yeah.
space
yeah.
sausage.
Well, just shoot it and follow the blood. If the blood disappears, then we definitely have a connection between Rainbow Publishing and the space sausages, because what if they're disappearing via time travel?
Whoa! Fucking next level, dude.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, one thing we can check.
Also-
Agent Connors has blood, right?
Yeah.
Do we drip it around, see if it comes up in UV light?
Drip a bit, don't waste it all.
I got 3
And drip it
vials.
somewhere I don't have to clean.
Oh god. Let's go to the neighbors.
Yeah, go drip it on their fucking front door mat.
Okay. So are we gonna try that?
Why not? Put some in the sink and get the UV light.
All right. So you're going drip, 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 drip. And it's sort of a greenish blood, right? Is that what we determined?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay. It's not
Or
disappearing.
wait, was it greenish? No, hang on.
I remember their flesh was purple. Like a
Yeah,
purpley.
green acid blood with they had purple flesh. Yeah.
Right, you just put a hole in the sink, you bastards.
Well, it's just like a
Well,
slow.
I mean, it was acid E. I mean, just throw some fucking some Dawn in there. That's a base.
Yeah, it more seems like it's like hot than it is like sort of melty. But yeah, you drip to drip, and it's sort of just it's acting like a much thicker liquid than our blood is, but it's still not disappearing.
So, like, it's not like evaporating,
No,
or what do you mean by disappearing?
It's not burning through the book.
no, I mean it's like just sort of slightly sizzling because it's quite warm, but it's cooling down in the sink.
Oh, so it wasn't exothermic reaction when it met the metal then. Well,
Hmm.
is it glowing UV?
Oh, okay. We don't have a UV light anymore.
Yeah, we do. We got Bob's in the van.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say Bob broke the drone.
Yeah, no, Bob. Well, but Bob broke the drone. Did he break the light?
You
guess it
specifically said I broke the drone
Yeah.
and the UV light.
Yeah.
you did
Bob
say.
can go fish his out of the van.
All right, you guys
I
out
guess
of the
we need-
van.
I guess we need to order us another one of those before we go to Boston. Probably order him too.
All right, so it does glow, but it is a lot brighter.
Well, it's also fresh though. It's not 6 hours
Okay,
old.
when I say it's a lot brighter, like when you shine the UV light, it's brighter than the UV light is.
Damn.
Now,
Well, then these fuckers are definitely cheating because that's defying physics. They're putting out more energy than they're taking in.
yeah, it almost like takes the light from the UV light, like you know what I mean? Because it is just a finite beam, and it's almost like, you know.
The fuck is that origami?
That's from Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid 4.
I don't keep up with that crap game.
A weapon to suppress Keanu Reeves.
Nothing, dude, nothing.
I'll be back soon, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Time's up.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be done before he gets back.
Reasons why I said that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
any more questions, or do we call it for this sesh?
For now.
Origami kind of misspoke, but so none of the other development techniques turn up anything on the pages, right?
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Could we take out one of the pages and put it, whatever, above the UV light that this acid is letting off, since it's somehow brighter than standard UV? See if
Oh.
its stronger concentration can develop something off of this.
Okay. Which page are you taking?
Well, I mean, we don't even necessarily need to tear it out of the book. We could just, bend the book's spine so it's holding up by itself. But might as well just do it and see if there's anything else on the page with the Latin, since that's just one line of text. But we know there is text on that page.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, you hold it over this again. This is a much brighter concentration of light in the darkness, and yes, you smell like almost like a burning smell, and you see over top of the lettering that you've already discovered, like a picture is almost burnt into the page, and it's this massive, like I want to say, I'm trying to think of a good description for it. Like a
Fucking Iron Man.
yeah, like an eagle lion, if you will. like a lion, but an eagle's head, and it's just massive. It's-
A griffin.
Yes, thank you. Fucking, I should have known that too. I'm a fantasy fan, but I was trying to think. For some reason, I kept thinking hippogriff. I'm like, no, that's wrong, because the hippogriff's like different. But yes, thank you. A griffin, and it's sort of its face is like open at you, and it's like it looks quite menacing. This isn't super shocking to you guys. However, there is again Latin written underneath it. But it's quite small.
So there's no way legible.
You could probably read it, but it would be a bit rough.
Well, I mean, if it's being burnt in, then we could just move it away because it's already burnt into the page, and just pull a little magnifying glass out, something.
Yep. Okay, let me see if I can Google Translate this here so I can give it to you. Just Latin. Again, this isn't going to be perfect because I'm going to use Google Translate for this one. I didn't look it up ahead of time. I don't know if this seems... This may or may not be correct, and I apologize for that. We can always retcon it.
No,
Yeah, exactly. Like
makes-
somebody's actually annoyed enough to correct us, then.
Oh no, I'm
No,
I'm
it's
totally
fine.
fine with that. But it says this.
Oh, well, I was about to say it would make sense that we won't translate perfectly because I only got 40 in translation.
Yeah, totally. Do you want to give me a roll? You haven't, have you? No.
We got 15 on the first one.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're already in your sort of translatey state, I guess. And these are fairly common words, albeit the second one perhaps not. So I'll just give it to you. We'll say it says "feed the beast."
See that? Yeah, that's not what it translated to at all. I was confused.
Mhm.
It translated back to "and I feed the flock."
Oh, fuck, that's cool. I'm totally cooler with that one. Can we just have it be that?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, a flock is just a denomination of multiples of something. Who's to say they
And-
wouldn't be using it
but
incorrectly
birds.
for beasts?
Yeah, no, totally.
But also birds, griffins.
And it's
Oh.
"and I feed the flock."
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
fucking
what
totally
Google
cool with that.
Translate
That
shit
is-
back out.
That is awesome.
So they're making lots of these Iron Man-esque soldiers.
Why Iron Man? What does he have to do with this?
Oh, I thought we were gonna make super soldiers and the kids gonna make pilot team.
Oh, I made that as a joke.
Oh.
Yeah, because piloting could be anything from like, whatever, a plane, a
A
tank,
drone,
a car, drone.
boats.
But they're doing it in 3D space, so you
Yeah,
can
but that's what I
imagine-
mean. Like they have 3D flight sims you need to pass before you can be a pilot. They have whatever sims for tank crews as well.
Yeah, sure.
And
it was-
rockets to space.
Yeah, it can be damn near anything.
I was thinking of right. But I was thinking like they're in suspended space and they have a pilot using the combination of the shapes, like if they were inside a mecha, without being without being inside the mecha. You know what I mean?
Or like remote controlled.
Not like they put sensors on the bodies and whenever you move, the thing moves.
Oh,
That's
okay.
piloting.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were saying like they could be in one room and it's in another room, right?
Or they
Yeah.
could be, like Pacific Rim. They could be in there.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
true too. I mean, even for a child though to be inside something, it would have to be quite large. Like to have a suit around a child, it would still be quite big.
Mhm.
Probably about the size of Shaquille O'Neal, realistically. Um, huh.
Oh,
What's up?
oh, that's an interesting one. Just seeing if I could dick around with the different suggestions for what it had in Google Translate.
Mhm.
And one of the other options that came up was that.
Mhm.
And that translates to, and I will feed the monster. If you
Ooh.
capitalize the B on Beulah, it just it changes it again to, and nourishes the beasts.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Oh, that is really cool.
lowercase is, and I will feed the monster. Uppercase B is, and nourishes the beasts.
Well, there you go. That's canon. That is awesome. Thank you.
You translate. So which one are we going to go with, lowercase, uppercase?
Uppercase.
So the lowercase is, and I will feed the monster,
Yes.
Mhm.
and uppercase is, and I will nourish the beast.
It's not and I, it's just and nourishes the beasts.
Nourishes the beast.
Yep.
I kind of am gonna say nourishes the beast. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just, yeah. Right
They're
on a
both quite
teeny
good,
bit.
though. All right. Well, I mean, Zelphus is in for the shit of his life.
Yep. He's going to come back, so how about that VR headset? Well, how about this fucking book?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is there's so much to do.
And that's why I've been setting this up for. I've been slowly setting it up so you guys can go in any direction and maybe solve it from any of these ways. But the thing is, it's you. It's not me being like, "Hey, hop on the train, kids. Let's go solve a mystery I've written." Because again,
It's not Scooby-Doo.
yeah, because the way I do campaigns is, again, I write up a bunch of things and people and settings and events and scenes and things like that, and then I just pull from those, and yeah, I make a few things up here and there, and we see where we end up. So the cool thing is, when I do it like this, is I don't 100% know how the story's going to go. I have an idea of what my sort of reveal or the finale or something is. I have an idea, but at the end of the day, it's like you guys are writing it just as much, so I'm always just like, holy fuck, really? Like, that's what's happening. Like, this is crazy, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, like, because from day one, I, like, wrote down, like, a 2-sentence thing for my plan with the whole, VR headsets and the children and shit. So I still have that. It's not like, I don't know what my massive ending is, but it might be a little different than even I planned when we get to the end of it, based on, again, what you guys have figured out and what seems to make more sense at the time.
Since we're back at eCell's headquarters, can we
Yep.
go check out that apartment building?
Are you
Before
gonna
we
go
go?
over to it? Yeah,
Well,
totally.
Before we do that, though, could we just retcon back to the whatever, the bar, and actually have had Zelphus look, because we know it was a space alien, but just so we can say we did see the blood.
Okay. The blood, the liquid, whatever. Yes, it was there.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, just for the sake of, okay, it was the same thing as the
To
guy in the
confirm.
the guy in the office building.
I mean, on the way back to E-Cell, you could have just swung by, and Bob could have like just done the UV scan with his other light. Yeah.
Either or, just
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So you want to go over to the apartment,
Mhm.
the one where the rifle was pointed at and said "Freddy" on the magazine.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's locked. It is just a single-story apartment, much like you'd see a motel. There's no car in the drive. The curtains are shut. What are you doing
Are
there?
they blackout curtains? Or are they kind of see-through?
They are blackout curtains, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Can we knock?
Sure, yeah. You knock, and you don't hear anything.
all right. You gonna pick it, or am I gonna kick it?
I'll roll.
Alright.
That was 100, and I have a 40.
Presumably we're using one of Ajax's warrants here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it
Well,
depends
I
if the
don't
boys in
know.
blue show up or not.
Okay,
Well, I
so
rolled a 43. I have a 40 in lockpicking. That will.
I'll give it to you, sure.
Can someone fill me in?
Yeah.
No, you
Herbie,
gotta
there has
watch.
been a whole lot of.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna need to watch the
You
VOD.
gotta
Yeah.
have to watch. Dude, I'm
So it's
sorry.
the thing is you don't pick it quietly. We'll say.
Oh.
Okay, I think that's fair. You know, you failed, but
Click,
you
click,
still
click,
opened.
click,
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Click, click, click.
exactly. Yeah. So you're in. The door opens.
It's
Um,
WD-40.
well, when you open the door, you're staring at a. Imagine it. Wow, I don't even have to. You guys are in the FBI. Exactly. It's not good. It looks like there is old blood, not even being cleaned up or mopped from the floors, dragged along the floorboards, going off to presumably would be the main room.
Well, pistol's out.
Okay, so who's all going in here?
I got the shotgun.
Yeah, okay, so who's going in?
Well, I go
I
in
will.
first.
Can I do
I'll
like
go
a
in
forensics
first.
and see if it's the
Yeah,
old
I ain't getting by the boogeyman.
if
Okay.
it's the old,
Ready to throw my guns out.
Okay, so
if it's,
So
Rudy-
what was Orc saying?
I was saying, can I take some blood samples, see if it's the old Rainbow Six? I don't know, my fucking
the old
E-cell.
the old Rainbow Six. Well, we don't. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you could probably get their blood samples from like Uncle Sam. Yeah. All right. Yeah, go for it. So you
You know
scoop
what?
up some of that.
While he's swabbing that and running back over to our apartment, let's have him bring back the
I fell
back the
by... No,
light.
I fell.
Well, fucking Hail Mary, fucking roll on that. Because why not? Even if we fail it, we can just send it off anyway. So.
Oh
Wow.
shit! So what is Bob doing exactly?
Well, I mean, like I'll unfucculate that when we get back to the apartment, but
So,
I wanted Origami to go back to the apartment and grab the UV light to see if there's that blood in here again.
Oh, okay.
Because if that blood
Well,
got
I-
covered up by human blood, then maybe.
Well, I assumed you would have had that with you.
Well, I mean, either way, but still, all the more reason for me to not go on the front, because wave that around while I'm waving around the shotgun.
All right, sure. Yeah. So you get the UV light, you click. It's dark in here, so it is going to work, and you do see almost traces of like there's little bits and areas where the light just like goes ape shit, like it like shoots back at you almost. There's a couple
Oh,
little
boy.
drops of that.
hey, Bob,
Damn
is your phone
aliens.
working? Bob, is your phone working? Your flip phone.
Okay.
Is the phone working? That's a good question.
Oh, check your cell phone. No.
Hmm. No.
Hmm.
Well, I'm pulling out both my pistols since I would have my new one dropped off here.
Okay.
I take all
And
my
I guess I'll-
M16.
Keep an eye on further into the room until I get told I can move farther up into the room.
Okay, so you guys are moving, like it's essentially, you know what, I'm going to draw it for you guys, just so this is a little easier. So, let's have this. This is a hallway here. We have a door right here. We have a little room like this. It'd probably be about that big.
Herpes, stop eating your microphone.
Yeah. So, this will be like a bathroom.
We're not breaching. I picked it.
It's yeah, we're not breaching. It's the apartment across the way from. Oh wait, no, you weren't here. Strike that. There's an apartment across the way where the red X, the red circle, is the creepy apartment. It was really, really warm. It's where the 50 caliber was aiming when we first got into the E-cell apartment.
And it's fine.
And yeah.
So, we're looking
So-
something like this. Is that how it is? Bob in
Yeah.
front or in back?
Bob's in the back.
I'm in front.
Okay.
because Bob's waving the UV light around.
Okay.
So you
You're
said
gonna
there's a
have to
whole
watch
bunch of
the rest of the
sausage
VOD.
blood everywhere, or is it just sporadic?
Oh, it's just little blits of it. Herpy, we'll fill you in right after we finish this part here. we'll fill Herpy in as the end of the session, so that we can talk about it. I think that'll be fun. So you come up to the first door. You can see the bathroom door is open.
Which one's the bathroom?
The bathroom's the
room, I
far
think?
one, yeah.
Hmm.
And
I guess I could.
now the room
walk
on your
up
right,
there.
this is the one where you saw that heat signature before, when you look through
You're
the
not
scope.
here, Herbie.
Is this the main room where the blood trails are going
Oh.
into?
Is Herpy here, actually?
Well,
Right.
Herpy's at Fort Wayne, the apartment. So if you want to bring him, like he would be fine to go.
Yeah, but we don't want to detonate a breaching charge when we're in a friggin' apartment.
Yeah,
When we're in an apartment, there's other people right next door.
true.
And we're trying to be as quiet as possible.
I mean, the gunfire will definitely elicit a response either way. So,
Yeah.
Speaking
but-
of that, can I have suppressors? I can
not
attach
on
and
the
beat.
50 cal. Well, either way, it's not
No,
gonna matter,
on my
dude.
pistols.
Yeah, but
Actually,
Well, I mean, like, you do that, but still...
you're not using
like,
subsonic
Bob's got-
ammunition. Like,
Bob's got the Auto 5, though, so shit hits the fan, it doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly.
True,
Things are gonna be loud if it hits the fan.
Can I check this
Okay.
area? While Willie checks the bathroom.
well, what I was planning on doing is having someone keep an eye on that door. I'll check on the bathroom real quick since the door's open.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's
But
fine.
have one arm pointing at the door.
Alright, yeah, Wagner,
Across
you
from
stay
it.
outside.
Okay.
Watch the stairs.
So I'm gonna be checking this
So
area.
basically, I'm like that, but I'm pointing at both doors. But
Okay. Yeah.
checking.
So you got your dual pistols and you're like badass mode. There is a dead person in the bathroom. He's wearing a jumpsuit with a Kevlar vest over it. He has glasses. One of them's broken. He's got matted, sort of combed over hair, and he's holding a gun which is spent. You can see because like the slide's open and there's no bullet in. And he was sort of propped up against the bathtub with his arm on the toilet, and he's just sort of like aimed at the door.
Hmm.
Can I kick his foot to see if he's alive or dead?
Yep, sure. Yep. No, he
like-
seems to be dead.
Okay. Confirm he's a cadaver.
Yeah.
Hey, boss lady, you got a dead body.
I got bad news for you, though. Well, you know what? No, you're fine. We're only going to take one sand point off for you for this. We're not going to roll for it, but you're not going to lose any more than that. Because when you kick him, what's left of his intestines sort of drop and pool out into his, sort of groin area.
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah. So, again, it was a little, but again, you're a Navy SEAL. This is why you have that thing in violence. You're more so
Yep.
dead into this shit. So we're having
Alright.
Connors check him out? Is that what you're saying?
Well, is that to imply that his stomach was torn open? Or just that it was open because he's been dead for a while?
I can't say.
Yeah, Connor, you want to go
can you
poke him?
come-
Yep.
Yeah.
Go see if his guts will come out.
Okay.
And then I guess have Herpy cover the door she was at, and
Ooh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
nice. So Connors, yeah, it was more that the body's been here so long was the case. But the weird thing is you can see that almost like parts of him have been, like there's bite marks, like chunks taken out, sorry, of like weird circular holes. But there's definitely like little teeth-esque marks around them. Almost like a leech would leave a mark. Sort of around like his legs and such. But yeah, he's definitely been dead a while.
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What's better, rolling a 1 or a 11, since the 11 would be a critical?
Well,
It-
I mean,
Isn't a one also a crit?
yeah, a 1 would be like holy fuck tier. So yeah.
Okay,
Like how,
1 is
just like
also-
how as soon as I got 100, I was fucked off. It's like, well, there's literally nothing I can do now.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. I didn't know if 11 could beat it, since that'd be a critical.
Again, since Connors is pretty good, yeah, I'd say the 1's critical as well.
Alright.
Connor's got a very good roll
ace
there.
high.
I'm going to say that you could also make the assumption that this guy has been dead for a
Well, at least a month.
yeah, but it's actually I forget, guys, how long I said that eCell went off the grid.
I think it was a.
I think you said 3 months ago they went radio silent.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 2 months then for this guy,
Oh,
because
boy.
it was more recent than they went off the grid.
Check his body for anything that like would identify him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, Connor's-
has he got
Connor's
dog
checking.
tags or anything?
No dog tags. You do
Any
find
tattoos?
oh tattoos. Yes, yes indeed. Give me 2 seconds, and I will show you a tattoo that he has on his ankle. But he
That's
also
a penis.
yeah. He also has oh shit, wrong one. Okay, here we go. But he also has a little book, albeit it's sort of drenched in blood, and it's in his inside pocket.
Can I check if it's the Bible?
This is the logo he has on his little ankle here. Oh shit!
Thanks, origami.
Shout out the
where's
origami.
Where's the picture at?
Oh, I'd put it right next to the apartment, like that you guys are in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you couldn't see it, Bob?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was scrolled off to the right-hand side, still looking at our apartment mostly.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
I can see it now. I had to scroll back over yet. Okay.
So since Connors is messing around with the body, can I check the room technically his picture's in?
Oh, yeah, so Connors is in this room. That's the bathroom. Yeah, you can
Oh.
pop in
But
there.
What the hell was the little book though?
Oh, sure. It's written completely in...
Pig Latin.
Chinese.
It's English, actually.
But origami's got Chinese, man.
I know, we already made him use that. No,
Did
it's...
we?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. It
Yeah,
was
we
a
did.
Chinese. What?
Yeah, remember? I was like, oh, it's written in Chinese, and you're like, oh, yeah, I have Chinese, or something. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was written on the ammunition you have in your shotgun.
Oh, I
No,
thought
that
it
wasn't Chinese. That was
Hindi.
That was Hindi, that's right.
yeah, that was Hindi.
Oh, yeah.
We had to have Zelphus translate it.
I thought Bob went to a pawn shop and the guy was Chinese.
Yeah, the guy.
Oh,
that was
that's-
the joke because
that's what it
he
was.
doesn't speak English.
Yeah, that's what the... Yeah, I knew there was something about that. All right. So you look in there, Rudy. This room is... It looks like it's sort of fallen apart. And the weird thing is, there's like... You know the old corded telephones? There's about
Yeah.
8 of them pressed into the one corner. The faceplate's torn off. All right. So what's happening next, and who's doing it? We'll talk about
Well,
the
okay, but the book is coming
Oh.
with us then.
yeah. So okay, Connor's the book says Agent Edison's Field Guide.
Field guide. Now, is there anything in between the small book? Like, I open the book.
Is there
Like
anything
if
between the
you
pages?
flip through, nothing between the pages. A small pen, perhaps. Something like that.
I'll keep it for evidence for later.
All right. So we opening the last door, and who's doing it?
Well, does somebody want to open it in front of Bob? Or is Bob opening it and losing all the sand?
I'll open it for him.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll take the hit.
Just starts having a seizure? Fucking knew it.
Since Dad's being a pussy, I'll open the door.
All right. We should ask: is Wagner going in here? Herpy?
What?
Is
Are
Wagner?
you going into the big room?
This
Just
one right
are you
here.
going in here?
Can you pull a taser?
Yeah, you got your taser out. Sure.
It's not going to work on space sausage, but good luck.
That's a critical on space sausage.
Yeah, it's actually a critical hit. Fire.
You incapacitate space sausage. I fucking kick it.
Oh man.
Oh
Sorry.
wait, phones don't work. Taser don't work.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Sorry, are you gonna use your taser or
But he
M4?
doesn't know that. Wagner doesn't know that.
I mean, Wagner was there for the space sausage debacle. He knows about the ECM fields.
Oh yeah.
Does the breaching charge still work?
I wouldn't
No.
imagine. No.
They're
Because
electronic
it has a-
detonators.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, C4 is actually a really, really stable explosive.
Mhm.
Because that's what people get wrong. When the explosive has a word in front of it, that's how much energy you need to set it off. So a high explosive like C4, you need a big force to set off. Whereas something like nitroglycerin is a low explosive.
Yeah,
So-
look at Mythbusters. They have literally stomped on C4. They have literally lit it on fire.
Yeah, you
I
can light it on
mean,
fire, you can hit it with a hammer, whatever. You actually need a blasting cap to set off, which is electronic.
Or I
So-
think you might be able to shoot it. I'm not sure about that one, though.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, basically, you need an explosion to make the explosion.
Am I taking point or am I just coming in being like,
are you what?
am I taking point?
Do you want to take?
Oh yeah. Do you want to take point?
Do you want to take point? Oh,
I love how everyone's like, let him take point.
All right. Well, he's taking point. Too bad.
He's taking point.
You've been voted off. You're the weakest link.
Yeah, Wagner, you got
so
an
what does he
M4,
have
right?
in his hands first off? I wanna
M4?
make sure. M4?
Your flashlight on your M4 is not working, but you do have an M4.
How is Bob's UV light working? Is he just magical?
Um,
No, he was outside the door.
yeah, it stopped working sort of as you got in, but from
It's
outside.
just fucking hand cranked. Just...
Yeah.
Nope.
Can
too
you
bad,
commit?
you-
No, it's too late.
Wow. Too late.
There he
We're,
is.
we're just fucking like conga line, just pushing your head.
Yeah.
to the door.
Oh my god, can I just pause this? And I'm sorry. We'll get back. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. One time we had we were doing this World War II session, and one of the guys didn't show up, and we didn't think he was gonna come, and so we're playing, and we're getting near the end of the session, and he's one of those people who always ends up with the low saying character like Zelphus as well.
Like,
Yeah, and he joins like we're 3 hours into a session, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here," and we're like, "Oh, I guess you can hop in for the end of it." And he just joins in. First thing he does, just like he has a character with shotgun, kicks a fucking door open, and just blasts a bitch on the other side of the door, just immediately.
Wow.
Everyone's like, he's like, "So what's the situation?" And it's like, it's World War II, might be zombies. We're trying to assault this place. We just crashed through with an armored car. We're in the building. He's just like, fuck it. He's like, I kick open the door and just shotgun the first thing I see. And we're like, oh, fuck.
so, Bob.
Yeah, shout out to Abe, or Sheik, if he's around. But yeah, fucking good times. All right, so Wagner and Agent Rudy and then Bob, correct?
I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
the Connors can come in last and lose the least amount of sand.
All right, so go ahead and give me sand rolls as you guys get into this room.
Oh, Jesus.
It's dark and it's not pretty.
Who's ready for Bob's sand roll?
I
Hey,
Phil.
good job, Bob, you piece of shit.
So Agent
don't.
Ooh,
know.
Agent Rudy's close. Hang on. So you're at minus 15 from whatever your base is. Your
I
base
was at
is
50.
50. So it's 35? Yeah, that's a fail.
Damn it.
And that is a pass for Wagner. Because Wagner's seen some shit on the internet. Well, okay, he was in Afghanistan.
Origami, you gotta
Yeah,
roll.
but I was an Navy
fell.
SEAL. God damn it.
Yeah. So
I
anyone
fell.
that failed, you're not going to be happy here. It's 1d8 plus 4.
Fuck.
So borrowed's losing 12.
And anyone that passed is 1d6 plus 2.
So I'm a 1d8.
Plus 4, yeah.
7, of course.
6. I went crazy.
7.
Oh yeah, you hit your breaking point, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck me.
I am one above my breaking point.
like your second breaking point, you mean?
Yes, because
Oh.
I was at 35 at the start of the session. I'm at fucking 26. I am one
Wow, yeah, you
above.
actually are. That's unreal.
Good job, Bob. You stupid friggin'.
Here's what you see. There are about, you notice, like, if you remember, you generated a lot of heat signatures from this room. There are 6 women here. All of them look to be pregnant, quite in the late stages of pregnancy.
Oh, God.
Most of them unconscious. One of them's clawing at her stomach very, like, futilely. And there is the sounds of movement in the room. The ground is completely composed of just odd bits of electronic scrap and shit. And
How have they been alive for the last 2 weeks?
there's a question. One of them starts screaming, obviously, when they see you. Just sort of rasping screams, not like loud screams, just like, help type of deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. 2 of the unconscious ones are bleeding, but it looks like the blood is a newer occurrence, and they all appear to be heavily burned externally.
See, and this is where Zelphus is also when we film in tomorrow's. Why the fuck didn't we go in there before? What he asked. Bob didn't want to go in there. He
Well,
didn't look through the scope.
So here's what's
It's
happening.
all Rudy's fault. What's happening is Herpy is eating his mic.
Yeah, he's.
Herpy, I just mute you.
Yeah, nah. Well, maybe actually. He can type.
Can I
Oh,
see?
okay. Oh yeah, because he's on his phone. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Herpy, do you want me
Okay,
to mute your Discord? I can just server mute you.
Yeah, it's fine. You can just do that, borrowed. No offense to Herpy. We're almost done here, man. Okay, so.
Just don't let me forget, because otherwise he's gonna be muted tomorrow. I was gonna be like, why can't he talk?
Yeah. All right. So, who broke their breaking point? I feel like
Me.
Rudy just. No.
I was at.
Not me this time.
No, I know. Is Connor's there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said 5 women in the big room? 6?
Yeah, 6 women. Yeah.
I will call Delta Green first because I don't think those are human babies.
10, 40. Oh, you're calling them right now?
Well,
Yeah.
you can't call them phones are dead.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
true.
but-
Yeah, Rudy, you
Should I-
have hit your second breaking point. So, Rudy and Connors,
Okay, my third.
yeah, violence or helplessness?
Violence.
Fuck. I guess violence.
Okay. So you guys are disgusted and angry, and it's grotesque, and you just want to fucking murder a bitch. All right.
I'm upset that
Come here,
they
bitch.
did this.
All right.
I'm
Um,
kidding. Kidding, I
and-
don't want to do that.
I'm upset that they did this to a pregnant woman.
All
Well,
right.
who's to say that that's not the reason why they are pregnant?
Bob, you want to give me a search check?
Alright, Bob, you piece of shit. Let's see if you can pass this one. Hey, good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm making Bob do it because he's the least crazy, and he's also the most alert right now.
And I'm also 1 point from breaking sand. Woo!
Hey.
Give me another sand roll.
No,
Bob, foot gun
I
goes in the head.
I wouldn't do that to you. No, because I think out of everyone right now, you are the most likely to notice this. There is rustling getting closer on the floor to you guys, as well as one of the ladies, her I don't know, like her stomach sort of starts to distend.
Oh boy. Well, so we don't have any lights. Is there lights coming in, or how are we determining if there's people in here?
There is just a tiny bit of light coming from the door, so that's the only reason you're able to see all this.
So question, you said this was a 1-floor apartment complex?
Yeah, it's like a motel, essentially. Like if you think of like your standard drive-in motel, how it would be like like a one
What's
floor.
the what's the roof situation like? Is it a vaulted roof? Is it a flat roof? What do we got?
Well, since you guys are kind of up north, I'm gonna say it's a vault, like a pointed roof. I assume that's what a vaulted is, because you wouldn't do a
Well,
flat
I mean,
roof if you're gonna have
there's-
snow.
Yeah, there's like flat roofs. There's all right, it's just a vaulted ceiling because vaulted, just like the ceiling is 2 floors tall, and then there's also there's actual angled roof above that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right, well, I think I would be warranted here in taking my shotgun and putting a fucking couple rounds to the roof to get some sunlight in here.
Okay, which shotgun are you firing? Sorry, the Benelli?
Just-
not the Benelli,
The-
the Browning.
The auto 5.
Yeah. Okay, and how many
Put a
rounds are
couple
you
of those through the
unloading in the roof?
Probably 2.
Because you have how many in your thing? 5, right?
4 plus 1, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so you were down to 3 shots then, and yeah, you punched 2 in the roof, and
Just to try and get a little bit more light, like not next to each other, but it's like one and another, so we could get something in this frickin' room.
yep, some light does come in, and it's not good. The light comes in, and the ground starts fucking spazzing out. Shit is getting thrown everywhere, and the lady's stomach distend. It's now burst, and it just blood flies out, and that's it. You don't see anything else. And then, yeah, a couple others start like shaking as well.
Okay. At this point, I called Delta Green. Tell them to bring a cleanup.
Okay, well,
crew.
your phone's dead.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you're gonna run back outside since you're in the
Mhm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
I go outside.
Would his phone start working again?
Well, it should.
Well,
I mean,
the-
Zelphus was able to unfuckulate the phones before, so I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
He could-
selfish.
You could run across the street. and
yeah,
go
he'd have to
grab Zelphus.
run over the Ajax, which is back of the apartment. It's a bit
Max,
of-
911! Bad guys with big guns!
Yeah.
Well, I guess I have to go run across the street then.
Okay, so you're running the Ajax.
Yep.
So run a bitch.
Okay. So I mean, you probably just tell him at that point to call Uncle Sam.
Yeah. Call Sam, get him over here with the fucking army, the navy, I don't fucking care now.
Yeah.
No, cleanup crew.
Yeah, but we're gonna need more than a cleanup crew. We don't know what the fuck's happening. There's space sausages that we can't find.
So here's a question from Herbie. Can I run a mechanics check and jury rig the breach charge? I don't know exactly how you'd do that.
Yeah, Herpy, what do you
If it's
what do you want to try and jury rig? You want to try and like stick a grenade on it, or what do you want to do?
Like, you could do that, sure, but we don't have a
but
grenade.
we don't have any grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use a shotgun shell and just.
I don't even think that would set it
fire
off, would it?
Well,
Uh,
you could
might?
take like the primer of a cartridge and hit that with another round. Try and set off the primer.
Yeah, it's an
And yes,
electric
Herbie, it's an
detonator.
electric detonator, but no electronics is working. None.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
your
let's-
electronics are kaput. Everything
So,
that
yeah.
came in here is fuckered.
Yeah.
Because
Fucker.
it's shotgun. Yeah,
No,
so
there's no
you could use
electricity.
No, there's no
Oh.
electricity. It's
That
bad.
would
Then
that would be easy.
I literally ran to our apartment to call in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Don't call the FBI. That's a bad idea.
Of
No,
course,
he
I know.
called Delta Green. Yeah. Yeah.
Found the almost the remnants of other Cell E and some shit.
Yeah. So the only other guys in ESL right now are Trout Tickler and that's it. Unfortunately, we're a bit small.
Yeah, trout tickler. I forgot about him.
and Ajax is over there, but he's
Yeah.
he's probably preoccupied trying to dick around with his new drone since
Yeah.
Grandma the whole goddamn time. Fucking bald piece of shit.
How much explosive filler does Bar of these rounds have?
Well, depends
I
what's
would
got-
imagine that Bob would be one of the fuckers to bring around high brass shells, so a good portion. If Rudy wanted to take a few of his 50 rounds apart, that would be a good amount of propellant.
Yeah. Yeah. We
But
could,
even then, but propellant for modern guns burns really quick, and unless you have it in an enclosed space, it just kind of acts
Yeah.
like flash paper, just kind of
Yeah.
it's gone.
Like I say, use for shotguns and caps.
And shotguns just use kind of well, not quite gunpowder. It's a different type of propellant, but same kind of deal.
I think it is gunpowder.
But it's more.
I'm not sure if the Auto 5 is a 2 3/4 or a 3.5 inch shell. Let's find out.
I'm not sure.
Because I think you have enough for a shotgun shell.
Because I mean, setting off a shotgun shell is a good portion easier.
Well,
All right. Well, while you guys are figuring that out, ooh,
oh Jesus!
not the world's best rolls.
What the fuck is happening? What are you rolling for
Nothing.
right now, Rob?
Calm down.
No, I
Swear
am
to God.
worried.
Whatever he's
There's two
rolling, it fell.
94s in there. There's two.
Whatever you're rolling, I better be the 78.
Okay. So
78. There's a 72.
all right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. If you guys wanna. Jeez.
No, I don't want to. Not with those numbers. I don't want nothing.
I want to read.
I want to go home. I'm going back to fucking bed. I'm drinking myself under the table.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck.
All right.
Oh, someone's dead.
Yep.
Nobody's dead. However, all three of you feel like a searing sort of race past your leg. Is
Like across the floor, like back towards the doorway.
from the floor coming up, so it would go like from your ankle to sort of mid calf, sort of like a searing. Yeah.
God damn sausage babies.
So
Is there
can we
anything there
see
we
what's
can see?
attacking us?
No.
So the light doesn't reveal anything.
No.
Oh god.
So okay, so Herbie's gonna open up the breaching charge, find the detonator, and ask Ree to fire it as we run out of the room. I don't know, man. See,
Well,
like
that's the problem, Herbie. The detonator for it, the blasting cap, is inside of the explosive. It's
Unless-
actually like it's crammed inside the brick of C4.
I mean, it's pretty idiot-proof.
Yeah.
But I want
Unless you have multiple other ones, but there's no way.
I was thinking more like
It's,
keeping
and it's
the
not
women
sensitive
alive.
enough for a not sensitive enough for a flame, like a wick kind of fuse.
Well,
The
potentially
only way
we
I could.
have a Dragon's Breath round.
Mhm.
Potentially.
Potentially.
But that's a problem though.
That's
it's
banking.
it's not sensitive. It's not super sensitive to flame though.
We
You can
could-
actually you can throw a brick of C4 in a fire.
I mean, we could nuke the room though.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I was thinking more like keeping them alive, so that's going to.
what about okay? So we thought the blue round was a
It's
flare,
not TNT, Herpy.
right?
we thought the blue round was theoretically a flare round. Yes.
Would a flare? No, maybe,
No.
maybe. Like if he opened it, no.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Unless you
put the-
got a big enough blasting cap, you might be able to set off the
Okay, well,
primer.
I mean,
but
Herpy, Agent Wagner is a demolitions expert. Would it be reasonable for him to remove the blasting cap and
Mhm.
put it on top for us to shoot or something?
I don't know if
I was thinking on the flare.
But yeah, just shooting it though, you'd probably stand a pretty good chance of just like, kind of making it go.
Yeah.
You just like basically smashed it in half.
Yeah.
unless
So-
you
This was like Herpy's big moment. He's like crying now.
So we have 0 grenades, none back at the apartment either. Like even though we got a demo expert.
No, we don't even have like flashbangs. No. Okay, you know what? Give me a luck roll. Maybe our demolitions expert would have flashbangs because that would do something.
And if not, I have a Hail Mary idea. If not,
All right, give me a POW times 5 there, Herpy. Your POW is really good.
Well,
You have a 70%.
I was gonna say if he fails, I have a 50 for a Hail Mary. And I am a Navy SEAL. I might have one.
Can I say at this moment I'm
can't
running
remove
for-
what 20, Herbie? What?
Okay, well, he can't remove the...
He got,
Oh, I
he got
see.
a 48, so
I see. Yeah, he still
he got
made
a
it.
48.
Yeah, that's really
So-
funny. Remove the 20.
Yeah, so either he can pull a grenade out of his butthole. Otherwise, I was gonna say we could go back outside, arm the different, breach charge, and since it's armed, then huck the fucker in.
Okay. So,
But he already got the luck roll, and grenades have nothing electronic in them.
At this time, can I be like running towards the building?
yeah, you can be running back towards the building, sure.
Alright.
But you're not going to make it before any of this is resolved because,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
This is all happening in a matter of like 40 seconds. Like,
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
shit's
I know,
going down.
I'm basically in between, like right there.
Okay, sure. I mean, I don't even think you would have made it that far, but
I think you would have been like yelling
Yeah.
at Ajax and then like coming back out
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah, so right there.
yep. We're definitely going to need your first aid, though. Okay, so he's gonna
Bob
whip
might not.
he's gonna whip two. Oh yeah, he took damage, dude. Sorry, that fucking.
Well, I mean, grenades have a 5-second fuse though.
Oh, I was talking about the radiation burns you guys just got.
What kind of grenade are we talking about? Is it a flashbang or is it an actual grenade?
No, he's got a frag. Yeah.
Well, one, you're probably gonna kill the neighbors. You might
Yes.
kill the neighbors.
Well,
Three.
fuck the neighbors. We're on the end apartment of like a Ruffles. This is like a 2-apartment building, so
Yeah.
hopefully there are people at home. If not, as they say, what is it? Acceptable losses.
Yeah, exactly.
Acceptable.
just like an XCOM, dude. Civs don't matter.
Eh.
All right. So Herpy is whipping two breaches in, and then a frag, maybe at the same time, and then you guys are running as fast
or
as you can.
he's like taking the breaches, putting the frag in the middle, pulling
Yeah.
the pin, and throwing the whole fucking
Are
bundle.
are you shutting the door right behind you, presumably, and then running like the room door?
I mean, it doesn't matter, closed or open. Just fucking Bob's already outside, but like he sees
I
the
mean-
grenade coming out, and Bob's just nope.
Well,
But there's a thing
Obviously.
for
it would matter though because it would be preventing the aliens from leaving, presumably if they
No,
are
because
aliens.
there's something crawling in the room, so
I
just
guess-
close it.
A
But
bunch of
Ruffle just said we got radiation burns like from the blood, though. He didn't say there.
no,
was...
not from the blood. No. There's like beams came by and got like invisible beams. It's radiation.
Mhm.
But you can assume there are a bunch of
All right,
invisible
well, Herbie
creatures.
closed the door, so
Okay. Well, let's roll damage, and then let's all talk about. So I assume, unfortunately, Wagner's going to be the last guy to get out. We know this.
So those earlier rolls for the 94 and stuff, who got what for damage off the radiation? Whose roll is where?
Okay, so Rudy took 2 points of damage, Bob 3, and then 4 on the Wagner.
Alright. So
Of course, you know how to take cover, yeah. But
well,
let's.
I mean, Bob's already fucking gone.
Yeah, but herpes.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
a
herpes.
lot of stuff going off.
Yeah, Herpy,
bad.
like
You're
you're
doing
you're
that-
talking about probably like especially because they're not pressed up against something to absorb it. They're just kind of going off in the air. You're talking about a hell of a concussion you got going.
Yeah, the whole house is going to probably level, I would imagine.
I was gonna say the entire.
Yeah, you would blow out at least like the 3 walls around that room. You might not blow out into the hallway since there'd be a pressure against that from the hallway air.
Mhm.
But yeah, pretty good chance you're gonna at least like collapse the roof on that house. That
Your
room
ears
of
are
the
gonna be
house.
ringing. You might not even live if you stay in there. So
Yeah, all right.
You might lose a limb.
So I took 3. So let's just write that down preemptively.
Well, let's see if Wagner's a runner. What's his athletics?
30
Um,
is default.
30. Oh, God.
herpes. That
Whoa!
He threw it and he became Usain Bolt
Yeah, I was going to say.
Kenyan.
with the speed of Kenyan.
So he whips it in, slams the door, and just runs, leaps out. Explosion goes behind him. Connor's just staring and watching the entire. Because she doesn't know. Connor's just coming back and watches the entire,
I'm running.
like, freaking apartment building collapse.
And then
Yeah.
as I just stood there stunned there like, what the fuck did you guys do?
So am I outside or?
Oh yeah,
inside
you're
the hallway?
you're outside. No, you're.
If you were inside, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I'm gonna be pissed if Herpy just
That's
fucking
well, you
killed
were
me.
between I and Herpes, so you would have came out after me before him.
Yeah.
The reasons why I was asking, because I was gonna beat the shit out of Herpy if he just killed me.
No, you're good, dude. I mean, your athletics is good. You probably could have ran too, but damn,
That
son.
was Bob's athletics.
Probably just a
30.
default 30. Yeah.
Yeah, default.
Yeah.
What?
So
It's
I
mine.
just come-
I think yours is like
It is-
60 or something. 50. 30.
so I'm walking
I'm at
towards
60. Ooh. 60, yeah.
Yeah.
My alertness is 60%. Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah, we
good.
haven't had
Yeah.
a single alertness roll in this whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just a fuckload of searches.
Okay, because alertness is someone sneaking up on you, or something like that. So, like, I'll
yeah,
use.
but like the spooky ground creatures were sneaking up on us.
Yeah, I definitely could have used it there. I just completely forgot because it wasn't in Call of Cthulhu. It was spot hidden or something.
Well, I understand. but-
Yeah, no, I will totally use it now, especially since Rudy's good at it. That's awesome.
Lobster, what Delta Green will be coming at this time? As I call them, like,
Well, I mean, they're
They're
coming
gonna
to-
take. Yeah,
We're the only ones in this area of the state, at least. So
yeah. We.
Yes.
Herpy asked, made a point. I could have used alertness for situation, awareness.
Yeah,
situational
that's
awareness.
fair. Yeah. The way I see skills, if you can like word it right, you know what I mean. Like,
if you can justify the
if you can,
use.
yeah, if you can justify, I will give it to you. Absolutely.
Oh, great. One thing I'm bad at. Okay.
Well,
Got
it's
it.
just one of those things. Like, if you're just thinking like alertness, you know, oh, can I roll alertness to see if I wake up? Yeah, okay. Like, sure, that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
so at this time I'm like running towards them, just cussing at them what they did.
Yeah. Well, at this point too, is people are starting to come out of a few of the homes nearby.
Yeah, because it sounds like a fucking gas line just went off.
Yeah, there's a massive explosion, and they see all these people. You guys in your FBI uniforms? I mean,
Well, I mean, I don't know about them. Bob's not an FBI.
Bob's
nothing.
not,
He's
no.
just some crazy hobo running away in a jumpsuit.
Well, I would have my vest on the outside now, saying I was FBI and we got it under control, and
okay, yeah.
not give details.
Okay, yeah, that's how we
happened?
could. That's how we could.
What
do it.
happened
Sorry.
to sausage?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
this is how we
I'm
could
just-
end the session. Then we could have bureaucracy and persuade or charm. Whoever wants to roll that kind of stuff. Just roll
What's
whichever's
like-
higher. Just see if we can
Uh,
sort of calm the masses and try and hush this up enough time for Delta Green to get
Uh,
here.
that roll was
If
for
not, could we roll
persuasion.
pharmacy and knock them all out?
Okay, now, yeah.
Hey, everybody, drink the Kool-Aid.
Okay, so Herpy has calmed the police side of things. We just need someone to charm the civilian
And-
population.
I don't even have that option.
You don't have
Persuade or
bureaucracy
charm?
or persuade?
Nope.
Origami?
I use
He failed. Yeah.
bureaucracy. I fell. Let's persuade. I swear.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter which one I fucking pick.
Nice. All right.
Good job, Bob, you crazy hobo. Well, I mean, Santa told me to calm down.
Yeah. So Bob's like yelling, just like, "There's a fucking gas explosion! Everyone keep calm. It's scary." You
Yeah,
know?
get the fuck away from the building. Don't go anywhere near it. The other half might go off.
Yeah, exactly,
Conveniently
yeah.
Get them away from the corpses.
Whereas Agent Wagner's calling up the local police, saying like, "We've got it under control, guys. There's a bomb threat in the area."
There's a reactor leak on this level. There's no reactor on the blueprint. I'm losing you.
Sorry, did you say sausage? What? All
Aren't
right.
you a little short to be a Jedi? Or a stormtrooper?
Oh yeah. Well, I think this is where we call the session. It certainly changed where we thought we were going to end the session.
And scared
Hey!
the fuck out of Ajax as well.
Yeah, why don't we check out that? Oh yeah, Ajax just shat his pants.
Yeah, suddenly the fucking place across the street got fucking leveled.
Yeah.
And
Imagine-
that shockwave would probably rock that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The apartment got rocked. Could you imagine too? It's like Connor's comes up. Ajax called Delta Green. We got fucking problems. Just leaves, like takes off back running down the apartment steps.
And then like 20
and then
minutes later, kaboom!
the entire place shakes. Ajax is like, the fuck, guys. Oh man.
You know, Herpy, I think we should probably invest in some dynamite.
Yeah, yeah,
Electronics don't matter when it's a fucking wick.
yeah.
Yeah, but dynamite is less stable.
Well, Herpy finally got to use
Yeah,
his
but
breaching charges.
Yeah, stability be damned though, because I mean, like, it's a wick. You know, you light it, you chuck the fucker.
Okay,
but
so
dynamite
Might have
gets
make it
wet,
explode
you
just by
won't be able to
chucking
use
it,
it.
though.
So I'm just gonna sort of.
No, because dynamite is nitroglycerin mixed with clay. It's stable from impact.
Yeah.
I'm saying if it gets wet, it's useless.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
but that's why you keep it in like a Ziploc bag until you're going to use it. Like,
Yeah.
Just have a little what's the plastic tube?
PVC.
Oh yeah.
That and
PVC
have
pipe.
the fuse going out through it like a pipe bomb would.
Oh.
You know
There
what?
you go.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of blasting caps, though, we have that taken apart field radio phone.
Yes.
That fucker would have a hand crank on it,
That's exactly.
powering electronics.
You'll never guess who put that there for a reason.
Yes, but Herpy didn't have any breach charges. He wasn't adamant enough about them.
Yeah. No, I just meant like I had that for somebody complaining during the whole Tiffins thing. My electronics don't work. You know.
Whereas Bob's like, oh, phone's off. Whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't like that thing anyways, and it means Ajax can't fucking yell at me.
Well, okay. So, I just want to put one final thing out before we sort of close up the session. Is that
Oh, Dad.
well, we do need to. I mean, give a reason to Fred why the 2 breaching charges are gone. That's a thing now.
Oh.
I mean, this isn't even remotely related to our initial cases. We can't even like. Yeah. We'll have to think about that one.
I could prefer not to yet. Burn bridges with my Navy SEAL buddies.
Mhm.
Get a hold of some
could.
replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well,
I don't want to lose
Yeah.
all of my.
it's something we have to think about. You know, we'll talk about it in like the sort of group chat. The other thing we were gonna do.
The 79 Dodge Charger's license plate can be found into a breach charge.
Oh man. So the final thing we were gonna do is just sort of fill Herpy in on the few things he missed. So I'm gonna end the stream probably here because everyone already knows if they saw the stream. And yeah, we can just talk.
And
with
if you
Herpy.
didn't rewind like 25 minutes, what the fuck are you doing over here?
Yeah, exactly. All right.